Sorry, everybody. I'm still figuring this all out. Okay, welcome to live chat, blah, blah, blah. Okay, I wonder. I don't know. Okay. Anyways, guys, ladies, all the people of the tube. Um, God, this looks crazy. Sorry, guys. I'm still setting everything up. It has been a day. So, yeah, I am so sorry that you are literally witnessing this. There we go. There we go. I don't, so much better. I don't look so white. Oh, okay. Anyways, let's get comfortable. I promise you it won't always be like this. Today was just like, I don't know, one of those wacky days, and it was my son's first day back to school, and I had a million one things to do, but I guess I got really excited that I had the house to myself, which if you're a parent, you know. If you know, you know. Your kids are home all summer long. They're up their butt, wasting time. Oh my gosh. I, oh, don't tell me I have to put my fucking glasses on so I can read the chat. Hello, my name is Brandon. I think you're beautiful. I'm a huge fan of you. Oh, hi, Brandon. I just put my lipstick on. Welcome, guys. Hello, hello, Haitian gunman. Hi, everyone. If I don't recognize or acknowledge you, please don't get mad because I have really poor eyesight. Well, it's not poor. I can see up close. I can't see far away, and the text is like super small, so it's really hard for me to see. But that's okay because while I'm still sitting here prepping, I'm getting really comfortable. It's a Friday night. It's fucking 8 o'clock my time, so that's why we're just keeping it really easy and chill tonight. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cheat a little bit because I'm still trying to figure this shit out. So this is just a really laid back. Stream, as you can tell, like I don't even have my hair down, because usually if I try to like go on live or do reels or whatever, I try to wear my hair down because I know a lot of people like it. My hair's not even down, so but I'm gonna cheat, just so I can make sure I try to catch the comments, and I'm gonna go to my other phone here, and I'm going to put my phone on mute though because I don't want to hear myself, and then see if I can catch the stream on YouTube here. No, I don't want fucking premium out of my face. Okay, let's try to look for me. Larry Fox. That is me. Um, there's my channel. No, no, no. What is she doing? Oh, there it is. Live. I know I'm live. You guys, I'm so sorry. This is so dumb. You love my belly. Oh, thank you, Smokey. So, just try like for future reference, guys. I'm still getting used to like YouTube and like what is allowed and what is not allowed on YouTube. Um, just try to keep your comments like decent. If you catch my drift, um, obviously children can't see this live. I set the thing to like 18 and above, but still, let's just be respectful of me and the other people in the chat and anyone who's watching this. So I hope you guys are good. Thank you, Smokey. I hope you guys are really good. I hope you had a really good week. I know it's been a minute since I done a live stream, and I've only done one, and it was for my members only. Um, so really quick, we're just gonna get this like out of the way, the shameless plug. Yes, I have one of those sites. If you don't already know, I have one. The link is in my bio. But if that's not your thing, that is totally fucking cool. Because I have this, and I have like membership tiers. So, I mean, you can go ahead and just subscribe and follow. That's totally cool. But if you just do that, like you don't get like the cool perks like special stickers and emojis, which I'm working on building now that my son's back in school. I have so much more free time on my hands during the week. We can really just get that going. But I do have two tiers, membership tiers that you can join. And like I said, they're cheap. I mean, if you can afford a cup of coffee every day or a pack of cigarettes, you can afford this once a month. And there's gonna be some cool members only lives I'm gonna do, like try on hauls. Um, my living room is chaotic right now, because I have literally nothing but clothes in here, that I haven't worn yet, and lingerie. I mean, I'm not doing lingerie hauls on here. I don't think it's a allowed. Um, but definitely like clothing hauls. Like, you'll watch me try on like clothes, because I'm a habitual online shopper, and who knows if they actually fit or not. I don't know. I just know they look cute, and I hope for the best. So, my cat distracted me. So, but like try on hauls, maybe like some mukbangs, just stuff that only my members can see. You want to see that, right? You want to. But anyways, so there's that. At some point, my sister, yeah, Gloria Halls, my sister will be joining us. A little bit about her. You'll absolutely adore her. She's actually not my biological sister. She's my best friend of 20 years. And if you think one me is bad with my loud mouth and like me cussing and I don't know, just being very opinionated, very, God, what's my eyes? Zero fucks given. I hate to break it to you. There's two of us, and she is just as hot as I am, if not probably hotter. So she'll be joining us at some point, which would be really fucking cool. Um, and I get to hear us shoot the shit. Let me talk about how we met. She's been my best friend 20 years. She's pretty much my family. I'm a firm believer in the whole like, you make your own family. Family isn't always just blood related. And so, and she is a perfect example of that. And we're going to talk about how we met, because it's really funny how we met. And, and for privacy reasons, um, when we talk about how we met, because it involves a person, we will be using like a code name, fake name, out of respect to that person, even though he don't deserve it. But that's beside the point. So just for sake of like trying not to get sued and all that bullshit, we will be using a code name for him. But the story how we became best friends, like instant best friends, is wild. And she will be a regular fixture on this show, at least once a week, which would be pretty cool if you guys want to have her come back. Her name is Lo, and um, people have told us that we should do a podcast together, because we're just really out of pocket. People who have sat around and heard us talking are like, what the fuck is wrong with you two bitches? And the answer to that is really more like, what's not wrong with us? That's a much shorter list. So, so yeah, I sent her the link. I don't know if she's Cody, let's get a corn dog and go to, you know what? That actually sounds like fun. Because I love animals, like I'm all about them. And who doesn't love a corn dog? You know, what is it that chick said from Legally Blonde, Jennifer Coolidge? She's like, ah, oh, I love the 4th of July. Makes me want a hot dog real bad. It's so wrong, but it's so funny. I love it. Um, what does that look for? Yeah. It's so weird watching myself on camera. Um, but yeah, say thank you so much for like taking your time out of your Friday night to hang out with me. As I'm getting used to this whole thing. I'm gonna be real with you. I am not technologically savvy. Um, so I probably will never have fancy graphics and all this bullshit and whatever that all these cool people do on their lives. That will probably never be me. Maybe one day. I'm not saying it won't ever happen, but if you are into that kind of thing and you only watch lives like that, I'm sorry, you're in the wrong place. I'm good at looking pretty. I'm good at talking shit, and but I'm not so good at, I don't know, the graphics and the music. Maybe one day I'll have it and it'll be super cool. And definitely, I'm waiting on a chair. I ordered this director's chair, so that way I can set up in front of my fireplace and have a much better, cooler background for you guys to look at instead of my curtain. Um, So I promise you, like, better things to come. This is just the start. And I'm so glad you're here with me. Thank you so much. And, tips are always appreciated. They're not mandatory. But I mean, if you really want to get my attention a little bit quicker, especially because I just get caught up in like the things, super chat will definitely get my attention like immediately. So I think it like makes a sound or something like that. I don't know. Um, but it's not mandatory and it's always appreciated. And oh, who is it? So glad you're here too. Uh, Thank you, Sumeki. So yeah, it's not mandatory, totally appreciate it, but just know that the money I make from YouTube, whether it's through subscriptions or through tips, gifts, whatever, it all goes back into the tube because the biggest thing I really want to do is I know a lot of really cool people and I've done a lot of really cool things in my life, and I met a lot of really cool people, had a lot of really cool experiences, and now that my son is old enough to not be so dependent on me, I want to get back into traveling. I've been getting back into traveling a lot more this last year, and I want to do more, but I want to go like further. I want to go international. As a matter of fact, I'm waiting on my passport. I just found out I got approved the other day. Should be here within a few days. Woo, Glory goes international. It'll be really fucking exciting. But I can't do that without help from, my followers. So if you want to go on trips with me, meet really cool people that I know, like, really, Lander? Y'all, that's Lanfair. Forsaken. She's being an absolute menace right now. Um, she's like, Mom, what are you doing down here? Um, but yeah, like everything I make from YouTube is gonna go back into it so I can give you a better show. Something really totally worth watching. Besides me, I'm totally worth watching. Um I'm gonna honest. Um but for real though, this goes into and I'm really big on giving back because I've been very fortunate and giving back and helping people is a really big deal to me. So towards the end of the year, I would really like to take proceeds from my YouTube channel and give back to the community, whether it's paying off student lunch debts, because half of Tennessee. There's a lot of schools that do free lunch, which is so awesome because there's a lot of people who really can't afford that. But then there's still schools more towards like northern Tennessee by like Nashville that don't do that. They still charge kids for lunch, and there's still people who can't afford that. So I would really like to help alleviate that. I think that's a really important thing. No kid should go hungry. Another thing too, I love doing the angel trees. So like I said, proceeds from this, we can do some really good things with it. At the end of the year for Christmas and even like several times throughout the year because giving isn't just restricted to holidays. It should be like whenever you can. As a matter of fact, right now I'm trying to work with a charity, animal rescue called Rags to Riches, and they're really struggling to raise funds right now. I've been following them forever, and they got this cute little white cat named Wispy, and I followed him for years. And I feel like I've been worse. He's a cat that was born without a butthole. So, but they take on a lot of special cases like that, and and uh, and it costs money to do that, and they're really struggling to raise those funds and are in danger of shutting down. So I'm trying to work with them to help them find ways to raise more money, get people, my followers, to contribute to them, help them out, save the kitties and the doggies. Angel tree. Oh, okay, so Smokey and Angel tree. I'm assuming you guys don't do this in the UK. And everyone, I know Smokey. That's why I know she's in the UK. So an angel tree is a really cool concept. So what they do is like different stores, usually like Walmart, but different stores, Walmart, Target, whatever, they have this thing where people who can't afford Christmas presents, usually like families who can't afford Christmas presents, sign up for angel tree. What they do is they fill out a form, who they're doing it for. Like say if I'll just use me as an example. I'm not one of those people, but I'm just going to use me for example. So let's say I couldn't afford Christmas presents for my son, right? I go to Walmart, or I think they sign up at the store, or maybe there's a website. I don't know because I've never done it. never needed to, but they sign up and they say who they're signing up for. Like I'd be signing up for my son, so I put my son, and I put how old he is and what he wants, whether it's shoes, and then be like, and I say what kind of shoes, if there's a specific kind, what size he is, clothes, if you need clothes, I'd say clothes, what size he is, toys, what kind of toys he likes, whatever. And what it is like when you come to this, and they put it on this tree, like a Christmas tree. So you walk into the store, there's a Christmas tree with these pieces of paper on it. It's the angel tree. And you grab however many you want and you go through the store and you buy all the stuff that is asked for on the angel tree paper for that person or persons. Some people have multiple people in their family who need gifts. And it's really neat. It is really neat. And so you buy all this stuff and you go to like customer service and you're like, hey, I bought this for this angel tree, blah, blah, blah. And they arrange for the stuff, whether they let you meet up with the person and you can hand the person the gifts in person, or they like take it to them. I don't know. There's only been one or two times where I've actually met the family that I donated to. But it is really sweet thing. And I always try to go for like the teenage kids that have their names on Angel Tree, because everyone wants to go for little kids, which don't blame me. Like, I don't blame them at all, because like shopping for little kids is totally fun. But teenage kids need love too, and they need gifts and they deserve attention. So I always try to go for either families with multiple children or teenagers. So like I said, uh, everything I get from here goes back into my YouTube, whether it's so we can get better I don't know, equipment, whatever, background, I don't know, like whatever, to go back into meeting people, to and to giving back into the community, because that is a really big thing to me. That's extremely important to me. Let's see. So, anyways, I'm really glad you're here. I don't know. I sent my sister the link. I don't know if I messed up or something. Let me shut that and text her and be like, "Ho, where are you at? Where are you at?" And in the meantime, while I wait for her, let me check her 360. Yeah, we got each other on 360. We stalk each other. She is, she's still driving. She is still driving. She might be on her way home. Okay. I told her it's okay if she's a little late. She's actually going school shopping for her little people. So, okay, back to the YouTube. Back to the tube. Okay, there we are. Cool. So anyway, so how did I meet Lo? This is the lore of who we call Crack Wilson. I don't even know where to start. Really, my cat is cleaning her vagine right behind me. Anyway, so Crack Wilson is an ex of mine when I used to live in Bakersfield. This was like 2000. It had been like 2005 or 2006. Lo would know better. But I met this guy named Crack Wilson. I met him off of Craigslist. That should have been the red flag right there. I met him off of Craigslist. I was young and dumb and full of cum then. Don't hold it against me. So, anyways, I had posted an ad on Craigslist and he responded and we met up. And we totally like hit it off, right? And he is, maybe for privacy, I probably should describe him. Would I say he was a perfect 10? No, but he was ugly. I mean, obviously, because I dated him. Maybe, I don't know who hurt me. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe my judgment was skewed back then. Who fucking knows? But I know he wasn't. I remember he was not perfect 10, because I remember seeing him. I wasn't like, oh, like drop my panties or anything. But at the same time, I wasn't like, get out of my bed. Um, so we hit it off, right? And started dating. And just so you know, if you're wondering, that is Lanfear, the Forsaken. She's one of 3 cats I have, and she's a bitch. She's not. She's adorable, but she's trying to act like she don't. I'm surprised you. I'm surprised she's not trying to get up and everything. But anyways, I digress. Sorry, ADHD. Um. So yeah, we had totally hit it off. He would take me off-roading in his Jeep. He was the one who, and I know this is like wild to believe, but he got me into smoking weed. I used to never smoke. I was never about that life. But he got me into it. And like we just everything was so great. And he had warned me that he had a psycho ex-girlfriend named Lo. And of course, naturally, and I know the ladies can relate to this. We're like, oh, fuck that bitch, you know, because he would just say, like, tell me the most heinous stories of what she was doing to him. And of course, naturally, I mean, could you blame me for believing him? I mean, again, I was young and dumb. Okay, so it doesn't make it right, but it is what it is. And it is what it is. So I'm like, yeah, fuck that bitch, you know, I'm gonna go beat her ass, like, you know, or whatever. And we were just living our best life. We'd moved in together, and that's when things got really weird. Like we had gotten this house to rent, and he decided that he wanted to be fucking kingpin of Bakersfield. Wild thing to be. But you know, we had done some really cool stuff. Like I had taken him on to Jerry Springer. I was a paid actress on Jerry Springer, not once but twice. And so the first time I went, I brought him. And that was such a cool experience. He used to do computer tech. So he would always like disappear and be like, I have to go work, and it'd be like weird hours of night. And I never question it because it's like computer stuff, right? And and I had no reason to doubt what was going on. But he would disappear. He would just like disappear, whatever. And then like so we moved into this house, and he decided he wanted to be kingpin of fucking Bakersfield. And he turned our spare bedroom into a grow room. And I'm talking like not like, you know, a couple plants. I'm talking, if I remember correctly, he had 40 something plants growing in there. And I mean, this was insane. Like I remember he had foil, like that spare bedroom had a sliding door that went out to the patio, and he had covered it in foil. The windows in foil had this whole hydroponic system. It was actually pretty elaborate and pretty nice for what it was. And played like, you know, classical music for the plants and all this stuff, and had these things so you couldn't smell the weed from the room. Um, that should have been the clue that like I should have deuced out, but I didn't because I was stupid. And again, it was stories, and he was like, "Oh my God, Lo, uh, tried to herself, and she was blaming me, so I had to go to the hospital and talk to her and the police." And it was like crazy stuff he was telling me. And again, I was young and dumb and I didn't know. um so long story short, he started getting abusive, verbally abusive. um he never really put his hands on me, and if he did, I don't remember, to be honest with you, because it was so long ago. Um, but he did a lot of stuff, and I was always crying, and I was always upset. And he had these two friends, they were a husband and wife, and they would always just stick up for him like all the fucking time. And just like, yeah, Lo, she's a bitch. She's trying to ruin crack. Like, and the reason why we call him crack is because he does a lot of tweaker shit. Like, tweaker activities. Like there is one he had brought home when he was, oh yeah, so when he was growing the weed, he wanted to sell it too. And so he was selling weed on the side on top of his computer shit he was doing. And so there is one day he brought home this like powder stuff, but it wasn't like white. If I remember correctly, it was almost like a salt and pepper kind of color, but like not as dark, like a dirty white stuff. And he was telling me that it was pure THC he had gotten from some Jamaicans in Hollywood. True story, y'all. You can't make this shit up, okay? Again, young and dumb, didn't know any better. So so embarrassing. So he was smoking it. He smoked it out of a piezo pipe. And if you don't know what a piezo pipe, it's a crack pipe that they sell at the grocery, or not grocery store, the gas stations. You know, it's a glass pipe, and some of them even have like a little bulb in it. And I was just like, why are you smoking out of a piezo? And he's like, this is the only way you can. So you can't put it in like a normal, like, you know, bong pipe or whatever, I'm talking about, the handheld like pipes that you smoke weed out of. And he's like, no, you can't do that. And he's like, this is gonna get you so fucked up. And he had done it. And he's like, you gotta try it. And I was like, okay. And oh, thank you. You're so sweet, Kev. Um, so I tried it and I was gagging and choking. I was like, what the fuck? And it fucked me up. So he really had some good weed because he'd bring some stuff home. I remember there was one time he had me um uh steamroll some new weed he had brought home. And I don't know if you know what a steamroller is. It's like just it's a bong, but it's a long pipe. And you like put it up to your mouth like this and hold the end, and someone lights the top. You put your weed in the hole, and someone lights it, and then you like hold it. And so this looks so wrong. You hold it and then you let your hand go so you get the rest of smoke in, and it fucks you up. So I had steamrolled a little bit, and I went to Target in his Jeep. I seriously thought I was only gone 45 minutes. Turned out I was gone 6 hours. I had been standing in the Target snacky aisle for quite some time. And he was worried about me. So that's the kind of shit he was bringing into the house. And the breaking point for me to leave him was I had came home, and I had seen two wine glasses in the sink, and one of them had lipstick on it. And what was crazy was that there's times I used to collect a lot of my stuff. Whenever I had a new magazine come out or a new DVD, whatever, I'm proud of my work. So I would have like a copy of it and keep it in a safekeeping box. And there's a few times I'd come home and I'd find like a DVD case of mine, like barely poking out from under the couch. So I confronted him. I was like, why are there two glasses of wine, empty wine glasses here? And why is your lipstick on them? Like, what the fuck, dude? And who's here? And he's like, oh, it's just a friend. You're flipping out, da da da. And I don't know. It just got really bad. It was a huge fight, and he disappeared. Because I accused him. I was like, well, I didn't accuse him. I found out he was showing my DVDs to his friends when I was at home, because at the time I was working at a hotel in Bakersfield, and I had found out that he was showing all his friends. He'd have his friends come over and they would sit there and watch my DVDs when I was at home. Yeah, and then to find out he was cheating on me. And this is right close to Christmas. And yeah, I found out he was fucking hookers off Craigslist. And it was like Christmas Eve. I was at work, it was raining, I had a cat at the time. He took all my stuff, including my cat, threw it in a box, duct taped it shut, and threw it on the lawn in the rain, Christmas Eve. And that was just awful. I was so young. And so yeah, I don't know. I had to go back to work the next day. And I remember reaching out to Lo. I was like, you know what? Like, I really went through some shit with this guy, with Crack Wilson. And, you know, the fuck? And I was like, I wonder, because, there's always three sides to every story. There's your side, their side, and the fucking truth. And thinking about everything he had put me through, what we had gone through, all the lies, and how much Lo had been brought up in our relationship, I was just like, I need to confront this bitch, because I wonder if her experience was anything like mine with Crack Wilson. And that is exactly what I did. Um, I think, yeah, it was MySpace. It was MySpace. I messaged her and I said, hey, can we talk? You don't know me. I don't know you. I come in peace. I want to talk to you about Crack Wilson. And she was like, sure. And she called me, and I'm going to let her tell you her story. Cause it's fucking wild, and it's sad compared to mine. Um, but it's wild. It is wild. Um, and yeah. And after that, we've been inseparable. Like, we became instant friends. What is she doing? What is she doing? So that is the Lord of Crack Wilson. What is she? Just got a few minutes. I'll be on. Okay. Okay. So she said she just got home. She'll be on in a few minutes. Cool deal. All right, back to this. Um, Where it is. What the fuck? Clutch. I know, Kev. It's fucking wild. So if you guys don't care, while we're waiting for Lo to come on and tell her story and get to meet my sister, you'll fucking love her. She's the best. Share out my live, please. Let people know I'm here. I'm here. It's Friday night. I'm here. So far, so good. And again, I'm so glad you guys are here. Don't forget to subscribe, follow, all that stuff. Even better, join my subscription tiers. Okay, they're cheap. They're cool, whatever. And I'm always gonna be like adding on to them. Thank you. Obviously, it'll be really hard to catch up with all the chat. That's why I keep grabbing my phone. What is because I can't see a lot. This text is really small, so I have this here so I can catch up. That's Instagram. What do you call it? Kev. Oh my God, no, Kev. Fresno is the armpit of hell. It is the armpit of California. Fresno is hell. Bakersfield's not that bad. To be honest, people give it a lot of shit. I mean, there's some stuff that's like, okay, you know, but Bakersfield's not that bad. It's gotten better besides the homeless problems. But it'll always be home. Like when I go to visit my sister, I just like, I feel the, like, I don't know. I feel myself come back alive. It's crazy. It will always be home. So, Sacramento, though, I'm sorry. Like, are you okay over there? You guys all right up there? No, I'm just kidding. But Sacramento's probably just as bad as Bakersfield. Like, let's be real here. um, Good morning, Gourmet. Um, I'll talk shit on Sacramento anywhere all day, every day, but I'll also talk shit on Bakersfield as well. Like, if you want a good laugh, follow Bakersfield activities or it's Kern County activities. It's just wild. It's just wild. I'm like, man, I came from there. But I have a good sense of humor about it. Trust me, I know Sac is bad. Yeah, it is. um, Unfortunately, not everywhere can be like Huntington Beach, San Diego, Hollywood, Santa Monica, or even Long Beach. I lived in Long Beach for a long time. I lived in downtown Long Beach. Where my apartment had a view of the Queen Mary, and I loved Long Beach. I think Long Beach has a really bad rap. Um, like if you know, you know. Like if you live there, been there, you actually know it's not that bad. And I really loved living there. I loved living in Huntington Beach. I was like literally less than a mile from the beach. That was awesome. Brandon Turner. Hi, Glory Fox. Get ready for bed. I hope you're amazing, wonderful. Oh, well, thank you, Brandon, for joining us. Thank you for spending some time with me. And I can't wait to see you in my next live. Because we will be doing this more frequent. Like I said, I was really just trying to wait until my son went back to school. And truth be told, like full transparency, I have really bad insomnia and I have sleep apnea. And I finally just got a CPAP machine. So, and that was making it really hard too, where I was really feeling so tired like all day, every day. And I just got my CPAP and I feel a million times better. I feel my energy coming back. And now my son's going back into school. So I can have my freedom and we can do what we do. So yeah, there's gonna be so much more. I'm gonna try to do it a few times a week. If y'all can, I mean, if you want to keep watching my lives and you don't want to miss them, let me know in the comments like what times, what days work, and I'll try to go with the majority because my YouTube creator tells me when I have the most like views, like what times of the day I have the most views. But I mean, I don't think that's fair to just go off that because there's still a lot of people who are missing me time. And I love hanging out with you guys, and I love meeting my fans and talking to you guys when I can, because I don't answer DMs. If you follow me on my socials, you'll know I do not answer my DMs. So remember that. So if you're ever on like TikTok or whatever, and you get a message from me and it's asking for money or I don't know, whatever, that is not me. It is very, very, very rare I answer DMs, and I never reach out to people, like, ever. And that's not because I don't want to talk to you guys. It's nothing like that. It's just I have so many social media like profiles between IG, TikTok, Facebook, and here, and uh, Blue Sky and X. Um, I get so many DMs. It's stupid. And if I answered DMs on all my platforms, I would not have any time to put focus onto my OnlyFans. So it, like, if you want to hit my DMs, the OnlyFans is where you're gonna get me. But other than that, I like doing lives. I like interacting. I like this. I like this. I like this. Like, hang out with me. I love this. I think this is better than DMs, like talking through DMs on TikTok or Insta. Anyways, this is more personal. But yeah, I do answer every single DM on my OnlyFans. Other than that, if you're on the socials and you get a message from me, it's not me. I don't reach out to anybody, and if you've sent me DMs and I haven't responded, I apologize. It's not you, it's me. I don't answer DMs. I don't have enough time in the day between being a mom and my OnlyFans and running all my social media and then just life in general. I have a whole life outside of all that. Um, Lanfear, she's so cute. She's a ditch cat, ditch kitten. We found her when I didn't find her. A family found her in a ditch, and she was so little. So we joke and call her a ditch kitten. But she's Lanfear the Forsaken. Little nerd fact of me about me. If you've ever read the book The Wheel of Time, or well, it's actually a series of books, or watched the show on Amazon Prime, then you would know Lanfear the Forsaken. She's a baddie. Let's see. This is kind of late for me, but oh, thank you. Um, I am flexible because you are amazing. Oh, well, thank you so much, Brandon. I have a sister, probably hot, but thank you. Thank you. DMs are so rude if you don't know that person. Yeah, yeah. I just don't have time. It's not that I don't want to talk to people. I don't have the time or the mental bandwidth. But we can do this a few times a week if y'all want. Tell me. Because if you want me to do this 2-3 times a week, fuck. If you want me to do it every day, let me know so that way I can like put it in my schedule it out, and I could do like different times each day, so that way I reach everybody, because I want you to hang out with me and spend time with me and put up with my bullshit. Um, so so yeah, so again, I do have an OnlyFans. If you don't know, the link is in my bio on here. But I'm not, you don't have to subscribe. You could just subscribe to here and follow me so you can see. I try to put little posts every once in a while, obviously. You can see my reels that I make. And then I have paid memberships. Dirt cheap. I think the cheapest one's $6.99 per month. Super cheap. So, and obviously, tips, all that shit, super chat, totally appreciated. Absolutely, totally. But again, for those of you who are here, I'm not ready to get off yet because waiting for Lo. Um, uh, I had a total brain fart. It's that ADHD, y'all. It's like squirrel. No, I love being here with you guys. And so if you want to do a daily thing, just please post in the comments. Let me know, because I do see it. I see everything. And when I can, I try to heart react. And when I have a moment, I try to reply to comments. I do see everything. I promise. So just let me know, and I'll start trying to implement more lives. But we'll definitely at least do this 2 or 3 times a week, at least once, sometime during a weekday, and sometime during the weekend, like a Friday or a Saturday night. Probably not Sunday night, because everyone's getting ready for school or work the next day. But yeah, and hopefully we'll be doing a lot more stuff with this live. Like, I'm so excited. I cannot wait to get my passport, you guys, because then I can travel and I can bring you with me. Like, I don't know if you guys know, there's this thing on Groupon where they do mystery trips. Ah, there she is, you guys. We're gonna add her. Hold on. Bitch. Why are you sideways?
My tripod is not working. So I'm having to set it on my little lap because it's not working. Like, okay, you know that tripod you picked?
Yeah.
Maybe I'm stupid. I've never used a tripod before, but all it has on the top is a stupid little screw, and there's no way to attach my phone to it at all.
There's not a piece that it came
No,
with to like.
no. Like I was messing with it this whole time, trying to figure out, like, am I dumb? I'm reading the directions. No, there's like no, I assume there's some kind of adapter or holder that can go on this.
Mhm.
So can't use it.
That is bullshit. Okay, so you're gonna have to take that back and go get another one that has a little thing that you just pop your phone into.
Yeah,
There
I'll
you
just
go. Now you're
hold
no
it.
longer sideways. I'm
I'll
like,
just hold it like this because I can't. Like,
you look amazing.
thanks. So do you.
No, I look like fucking garbage. I had a super late dinner and then I was running out of time because my fucking Walmart grocery delivery. Don't even get me started on that bullshit. My delivery was supposed to be here at between 4 and 6, and at like 5, they're like, "Oh, bitch, your shit's not coming until like after 7." Okay, and then they were like, "It's not coming until after midnight." Walmart's not even open that late. So I switched it to pick up for tomorrow. So I had to have a really late dinner and I was trying to eat because my blood sugar was dropping. And yeah, it was like creeping up and I was like, fuck. So I tried to do like half-ass makeup. I didn't get a chance to like straighten my hair. So I was like, it's cool. It's Friday night. Like we're just gonna give it easy. But you look amazing. Everyone, this is my sister, my best friend, Lo. So she's been my best friend of 20 years. Like I said, she's my family. I don't care what anyone says. She is my family. And like I said, if you think I'm out of pocket, she's just as out of pocket as I am. Especially when you get us going. And yeah. So Lo, I already told them about Crack Wilson.
Oh God.
My side of Crack Wilson and how we met, but I didn't tell them like your side of the story, um, or anything like that. I just told like my side of Crack Wilson.
Oh gosh. All right. Well, yeah. It's about 20. I actually met him before she did, and we didn't. Her and I did not know each other at this time at all. Um, I met Crack. I don't remember what year it was. Like, that's so funny to say. Um, I met him when I was like, I don't know, 19 or 20. I don't remember. And it was 2004. Okay, that answers I was 20. And we met. I had roommates and he didn't live too far. I don't remember how we met, honestly. I really don't recall. I think literally at like a gas station, like he or some like a store. So we lived pretty close to each other. And he like was really kind and nice and asked for my number. So I gave it to him. Um, Long story short, we moved in very quickly, like a couple months into our relationship. And he was really nice and great. Honestly, like the first, I don't know, 6-ish months we were together, he took me places. He was really sweet, very generous, very kind, thoughtful, like all of the things. And then we moved in together briefly with his parents. And then we got a place of our own. And as soon as we got our own place, like it changed so much. Like he started being manipulative and kind of abusive, but not to me. It was like to himself, like kind of, threatening to harm himself if we broke up or something like that. Like, and it would always escalate, and then after the argument, it would be, I'm so sorry. Like, I'll never really do that. And then over time, because him and I were together for 2 years. So over time, uh, it once the threats of self harming didn't work on me, then he escalated that to abusing me, like, and that went on. That got really bad. I'm not going to say too much, but like his dad was a recently retired judge in that county. So he got away with a lot of things. And the county was also a good old boys club county. So it really made a difference. He did end up going to jail for some of the things he did. And Did I break up with him? No, because I'm a dumb bitch. No, I was just young and believed he would get better. And that continued for about a year. And then just kept escalating, getting worse and worse. We ended up moving out of the place we were in. I moved in with a family member who needed help, and I was going to school, and we were still kind of together for a couple months. And that's when I learned he was cheating on me with her. And I didn't know her at the time. And I saw her MySpace and I was like, this bitch. Um, and so like him and I broke up like officially, and like 9 months go by, and it was January 2027, and I get a MySpace message from her saying like, hey, do you know who I am? And I was like, I do. And she's like, can we talk? And I was suspicious initially because I thought maybe it was Chris putting her up putting her up to it. And whoops. And
Y'all didn't hear that.
yeah, that's his middle name. And I thought it was him putting her up to it, and it wasn't. And she was like, yeah, he did some like really crazy stuff to me, and he told me a lot of crazy stuff about you, and I just want to know if like that was true or whatever. And so and we met, and we've been best friends ever since. And I've never seen her talk to him ever again. So
You gotta tell him. You gotta tell him. You gotta tell them why he's the hot dog bandit. Was it? No, it wasn't the hot. What did you say? That story or just? You gotta tell. He was having one of his crash outs.
All right. I can't believe I'm going to say this. So there were so many things about him that, again, I want to reiterate that I was young and really naive. Okay. And looking back, I'm like, how did I not notice these red flags? But man, I did not. He was having a crash out one night about something. I don't even know what it was. Like it was something stupid. And he was like on the floor having a tantrum like a toddler, crash out, right? And I got mad and I was like, do you need to stop? Like, come on. And then he acted like he passed out or something. Like he wouldn't, like I couldn't wake him up, but I knew damn well he was faking. Like he was so stupid. And I was like, if you don't wake up, I'm gonna shove a dildo up your ass. I was like, okay, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. And he just kept laying there. And I'm like, okay, we're doing it. He was awake. He was awake, like definitely awake. And okay, this was something he had requested I do to him prior to that. Just so we're all aware, like I didn't, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It was he wanted it. And it was something he enjoyed. I did not. Anyways, so I did it, and I was immediately shocked at why it was so easy. There was no resistance. There was no anything like a knife through hot butter. I don't know.
I'm sorry. It's funny, guys. If you knew Crack Wilson, that is on par with Crack Wilson activities.
It was. And so yeah, that was mortifying. And at the time I should have known like he's doing this regularly. Like it wasn't something we did regularly. It was something he had requested a few times. That we had kind of played around with, but not like fully done it. So yeah, that's telling. That's definitely telling.
Yeah.
Oh, and then I found out that like he was like doing a bunch of drugs when we were together. I didn't know that. I've never done drugs, and I at that time I had no experience with like drug user behavior and things like that, and he would blame it. He said he was schizophrenic. I still to this day don't know. Maybe he is. I don't know if he was truly diagnosed with that or not. But he was on a lot of antipsychotic meds like Seroquel and stuff like that. So he would blame a lot of his behavior on being schizophrenic. And I later found out from his best friend, um, no, it was just meth. It was meth. It was crack. Literally, like that's what he was doing. And I was like, okay. Oh yeah.
Yeah, when I say we were young and dumb, we were young and dumb. Like we had known this kind of behavior, we weren't around it. Like we're good girls for the most part at the time, not so much now, but at the time we were really naive about things. And just really quick, Smokey, I do see you. I'm gonna be doing a fair like same amount of like lives for everyone as I'm gonna do member only lives. Um, and Brandon, I see that you said you were going to go to sleep. So good night. The people who have to leave, thank you so much for spending time with us. I hope you come back. You can catch us live on rewatch. I think it's rewatch. I don't know. This shit's recorded, so you can come back to my channel and watch what you missed. But Crack Wilson, yeah, and if you saw him, like I said, he wasn't ugly, but he was unconventionally cute. Maybe that's a bit. I don't know.
You're being too
Young,
kind. The
young and
man
dumb.
is. But
His
he's
feet were like this.
stop.
They were. He's standing on his feet.
Like a duck. It was ridiculous.
and like he had really skinny hands, but they were small, but they were skinny and long, but small. I don't. That makes sense. Like whoa. And
They were very soft.
he had shitty. Oh, he had shitty tattoos. He got shitty tattoos with me. Like that. I don't know if you guys were still together when he got the flames on his wrist.
No.
Oh yeah, that was a shitty tattoo. And then we had gotten the infinity signs. All my OG Glory Fox fans, you'll remember the infinity sign that was on my hip. That everyone was like, "Why do you have a sideways 8 on your ass?" It's an infinity symbol, you dumbass. Uh, I was smart to have mine on my ass, so out of sight, out of mind. So when we broke up, like it was cool, out of sight, out of mind. I paid no mind to it. Dipshit got his like this fucking big, like right here, where you can't fucking miss it, and it was shitty as fuck. Um, but Crack Wilson, he is something else, and so he had the lore of people like his friends, that the married couple, which we won't say any names, who are like his biggest, like they knew y'all that he was cheating on her with me, and they knew that, excuse me, I didn't know he was with her. I had no idea. Excuse me, I have the hiccups, guys. I had no idea. um but they were a mess. Like the husband was one of the wake and bake, stay stoned all day, every day. The girl was one of those likes to get naked and dance in the moonlight because she thought she was Wiccan, and no, no, she was just stupid. Um, and then like they had this other friend, his best friend. Y'all get this? His best friend married his sister. Was it sister?
His
His
step.
sister.
No. Okay. We're gonna call him the Greek guy because he's Greek.
Okay, I
Um,
gotcha.
he he ended up marrying, and I dated him briefly after crack. So, anyways, he married his stepsister. What's really disturbing about that is he's significantly older than her, and their parents had got married when she was a very small child and he was significantly older. So he helped raise her and everything like that. And they always had this big brother, little sister relationship. And then she gets into her late teens, early 20s, and they get married. And they're still married. It's as far as I know, I don't know, but really, really disturbing. But I mean, technically, they're not related, although that's
The fact that
creepy and weird.
helped, like he grew up with her though. That's
Yeah, it's
like yeah,
disturbing.
you're right. Like they're not blood related, right? In any way, shape, or form. She's a
No.
stepsister, but it's the whole like,
They share biological, at least one biological sibling. I'm pretty sure. I think.
and he grew up with her when she was like little. So like, ew.
Yeah, it's gross. It's gross.
Ugh.
It's super
What's
gross.
Hey, what sound does a wood chipper make?
Bert? Yeah.
That one.
Yep, that
That
one.
one. And now to this day, and I'm gonna say this. before I say this next part, because I don't want people to like take anything out of context. I am very much all about the alphabet community. Okay. I have people that are so close to me that are gay. I love them. So please remember that when I say this, because it's not a bash on them. So back to Crack Wilson and the dildo story up his butt. So let's rewind to now. Last time I had spoken to Crack Wilson, because he had, I don't know, pulled his head out of his asshole, which should have been easy with how loose it was. And decided to like reach out to me, like hunt me down and reach out to me and apologize for everything he had put me through, what he had done. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention that when he had dumped me and like threw all my shit out, I had his Target credit card in my wallet. And you bet your sweet ass I blew that shit out at fucking Target and bought everything I fucking needed. The photographer I was working with at the time, I bought him, I don't know, some SD cards. He asked for something, and there's like $600 on his card, and I blew that shit out and then dumped it in the trash can because that was my, you know. But anyways, that was how I got my revenge on him. Oh yeah, and then I faked my pregnancy so he can send me money.
Oh, I remember that.
Do you
I
remember
remember
that?
that. Oh my God, I do. I remember that. You didn't. You didn't fake a pregnancy. I think you
Yeah, that's
were,
right. I was.
and
And I
you.
miscarried.
That's right.
But I told him that I had done the other thing instead and I needed money to pay for it. And he was all about it. He sent me that money.
Yeah.
Little did he know. It's sad that I miscarried. Like that miscarriage is not a joke. And that's not something we laugh about. Um, I do take that very seriously. It's just the fact that I lied to him. I fucked him over. I had to do what I could. He threw my cat in a fucking box, threw all my shit outside. What the fuck was I supposed to do? Like just like, oh, okay, he broke up with me. No, no. So, anyways, he had reached out to me, y'all, several years ago. I was like, I'm so sorry for everything I put you through. Blah 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 blah. First thing I do is I hit her up. I was like, oh my god, you would not believe who hit at my DMs. And she's like, who? I was like, Crack Wilson. And she's like, what? And she's like, I wouldn't fucking talk to him. And we're not going to go into her gory details because they're pretty bad. And it's really personal. They're bad. He did to her a lot worse than he did to me, like a lot worse. And so I can understand her reaction and be like, oh shit, that's cold. Yeah, it was. Um,
Well, he was still on probation. The deal he had took with the DA was he wouldn't do any jail time or anything as long as he did not have any other charges, especially any DV charges, for like the next, I don't remember, year, 1 to 3 years. I don't remember what it was. And so that's the deal he took. So when he was with her after me, he was on his best behavior because if he caught another charge, even his daddy wouldn't be able to get him out of it. So that's why he did not do the things to her that he did to me. Plus, they were only together 9 months. I was with him for like almost 3 years, like 2.5 years.
yeah.
So it was a lot longer.
I'm good, Patrick. How are you? Yeah, so he and I got to talking because at that time I was a different person back then where I used to forgive and forget. Not so much anymore. I hold grudges gladly. But at that time I was like, okay, I'm at peace with myself and my life. I guess I can find it in my heart to forgive him and, not necessarily give him a chance. I was already dating somebody else. Um, so like we were never getting back together. The D was not that good. Mediocre at best on his best day. But he reached out to me. Come to find out, y'all, he's bisexual.
Big shocker. Did not see that coming.
Yeah, yeah, did not. uh,
Um,
totally bisexual, if not more, favors men more than women. Actually, he told me he was really into trannies. Like that was really what got him going. But yeah, he just told me all these gory details, and it's so fun because when she told me that story, it all like clicked, click. It checked out. Totally on par for Crack Wilson. But that's how we met, and we've been best friends since then. And it doesn't even feel like 20 fucking years. It really doesn't.
no.
Um, but we just it was just so crazy because I remember messaging her and I was so scared because I was ready for her to be like fuck you bitch because I don't know what he told her about me and she didn't know what I knew, you know, what he had told me. And no, it was like we spent the night because I was at work. I worked third shift at the hotel. So we spent the entire night talking. And then after that, it was just like, you want to go hang out? And from there, we've been inseparable.
Yep.
So, and it just turned, and here's what's really crazy, y'all, is that at that time, she and I looked a lot alike, like
We
in
did.
every single way. Like
Yeah.
it was literal copy and paste. Even like her family, like her mom and stepdad were like, "Oh my god, you look just like Glow. Like she looks just like." Everybody was like, "You made sense why he went after both of us." I mean,
We're the same height. We like, especially back then, same height, same weight, really similar build. We had tattoos in like same spots. She didn't have as many as she has now, and we looked from, especially from the back. You could almost not tell us apart unless you knew us well enough to be like, oh, okay, like you see slight physical differences, but we were really similar. That was funny.
it was crazy. And in 20 years, and you guys will hear all these stories because they're funny as fuck. The very questionable life choices we have made, especially when it comes to men. But Crack Wilson, you know, as much as he is a piece of shit, um, King Cock Mongrel, yeah, if it wasn't for him, we would have never met. And yeah, we wouldn't even be here. Um, so thank you, Crack Wilson.
I think it was all worth it. Like, if I knew that I was going to get to meet you at the end of it, my best friend for the rest of my life, it was totally worth all the bullshit. Plus, although I wouldn't wish like those experiences, mine or yours, on anybody, but I learned so much, and I know you did too. Like stuff we still use today. When you're talking to a guy or
Mhm.
you're dating or thinking about dating, whatever, and they do certain things and have certain personality quirks, and you're like, I know where that shit leads. No thanks, I'm out. You
Yep,
know,
seen this movie
did
before.
did learn some things for sure.
Did you get a chance to investigate Gomer Pyle?
No, I have not had a chance to investigate Gomer Pyle. I can't believe. Do you think he blocked you, or he just
I
maybe
think
his wife had a crash out or something and was like, you need to get rid of your Facebook?
I think that's what it is.
He got
So
busted doing something
so
he wasn't supposed to do.
so chat, tell me, all six of you guys, do you want to learn about who Gomer Pyle is? That's another code name. That's not his real name. And you'll find out why we call him Gomer Pyle. Do you guys want to hear about Gomer Pyle? Yes, no, yes, no. Different. No one gives a fuck.
Oh,
Okay. We got one thumbs up. Gomer Pyle. Okay, so we'll talk about Gomer Pyle real quick. I'm sure he'll pop back up at some point. He's like herpes. Like you can't get rid of him. He
you
just
can't.
pops up. He just randomly pops up and it's oh oh, Michael said no. Smokey, yes. So we won't go into too much depth because we don't want to bore you guys. Gomer Pyle is an ex-husband of mine, and we call him Gomer Pyle because he's in the Navy. And we won't go into how I met him and all that, just because it's getting late. But we call him Gomer Pyle because he's in the Navy, and he's one of those people who always gets hurt. He always gets hurt, so he's always like on some sort of medical leave. But at the same time, he's always like, I'm gonna be deployed any day now.
You've
So if you
never
don't hear
deployed.
from me, and it's this whole thing. And he's an ex-husband of mine. He even has my name tattooed on his chest. We were married for several years, and I left him because he's a fucking idiot and he's a cheater and whatever. And he remarried this woman, and I feel so bad for her, but low-key, she's a bitch. But I mean, I shouldn't say that because I don't know her, but when I tell you the things, you'll understand why I think she's a bitch. Um, I I used to not go out of my way to reach out to him. Let's just put it that way. Because why? He's a piece of shit. It's more like he will just randomly pop up into my DMs and be like, I miss you, and I still, whatever. And I'm like, ew, out of my face. But anyways, he when I was with him, he wasn't in the Navy. He was a drunk, and worthless deadbeat, whatever, cheated on me. He put his hands on me, like all this stuff. And I thought at the time I was Captain Save a Hut. That's why I stayed with him. I thought I could save him. But I came to my senses and realized he is beyond saving. And if I was going to be successful in life, I really needed to get away from him and get my son away from him. And no, he's not the father of my child. But anyways, so Gummer Pyle, after I left him, decided to get sober, which he really didn't because he still drinks. And after he spent a few years of blaming all his life problems on me, mind you, I'm back in California with my kid, living my best life. He's not on my mind. He is literally finding every reason to blame me for why his life is as fucked up as it is. So then he decided to get into the Navy, and he met this woman. Should say girl, that's insulting. This woman, and she, no joke, looks like the Timu version of me. If you were to see her, you'd be like, holy shit, she looks a lot like Lori. Um, and yeah. So I was like, really, Kyle? Gummer Pile?
I'm glad I'm not the only one that fucked up.
Gomer Pyle. So yeah, so he got with her, and I don't know what he's told her, and we'll never know, but he's obviously told her some out of pocket shit, and she hates my guts with a passion. And I think she hates me even more because my name is tattooed on his chest. That's a whole nother story, y'all. He went and got that tattoo when I had left him. When I had left him and said we're not getting back together, he still went and got my name. And it's not little, it's big. It's like big, and it's in Disney lettering. Um, she has asked him to get my tattoo removed, and he won't do it. He will not do it. And I don't blame her. I mean, could you imagine y'all are, fucking, and you see my name. You're looking up at him trying to enjoy yourself, trying to get your nut or whatever. But my name is blam in your face at all times. So I don't blame her, because I feel like if it was me, if I was in that position, I'd be pissed too. But I wouldn't let him keep that tattoo, because if he wasn't going to remove it himself, I would have gotten a knife and removed it for him. But that's just me. um you know Friend blessings, thank you, Hugo. Damn, I can relate. They're so disrespectful to her. Damn that.
Who?
But yeah, you're right, Smokey, it is disrespectful to his wife. They did end up getting married. I think they got married in like 2018, and he's been deployed to San Diego. So he stays in San Diego on base with his wife, and the times when he was like sane and normal enough to actually talk to, he told me that she has him tracked. So like he literally cannot go anywhere without her knowing. Like, on his phone, she has a very tight leash on him. And he told me that she hates me, and yeah, so she hates me. And so he tries to do a lot of stuff on the low, which again, if you're a cheater, you're doing stuff on the low anyways. Personally, I think the reason why she has such a tight grip on him is because he probably pulled some of the same shit on her he did to me with the cheating, and he's tried to find a way to lie about it, this, that, and the other. So I think it's one of that perfect storm of, I am his ex-wife. Obviously, I meant something enough that he got my name tattooed on him, and he refuses to get it off of him. And the fact that she's probably caught him talking to other women and try to lie about it, or maybe he's still to my porn, like, whatever. So, and I've talked to her briefly once, because there was some really important person who called my phone looking for him, and it was pretty serious. And I was like, as much as I don't want to say anything, if it was me, I'd hope someone would let me know that, like, this really important I think it was like a sheriff or somebody was looking for him. So I tried to reach out to him on text. He was answering. So I reached out to her. I was like, look, I know you're probably like, fuck this, why is this bitch texting me? But I was like, I come in peace. I'm just letting you know that like so and so is looking for Gomer Pyle. But anyways, back to Gomer, away from her. The story is so now he's in San Diego, and he every once in a while, like a herpy, pops up into my DMs. He's like, I miss you so much. I want to see you. I love you. Blah 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 blah. And I'm like, I don't blame you. Yada yada. But you're married. I'm not on that homewrecker shit. And it's just these wild moments. He's like, "Oh my god, I could go to war at any time. I'm gonna be deployed. I just got my orders. I was told to pack my stuff, and I could be leaving at any time." And
I can't.
but then but then he will pop back, and I'll be like, "Oh my god, how was Afghanistan?"
He was there with Buzz Lightyear. They're on the same.
Fighting in the Ukraine. He was on the Strait. There was the Strait of Hamas, and while Buzz Lightyear was there fighting in the Soviet Union, the Ukraine, the Ukrainians.
And
I
Seal
know,
Team
broccoli.
6 over
I
here.
agree. I
Yeah.
know. I mean, I don't blame people for getting my name tattooed on. I don't blame them. Look at me,
I don't
but it
know.
is crazy. But it is crazy work. Um, but yeah, I'm telling you, but he'd pop back out of nowhere, and I'd be like, "Oh my god, did you get deployed? Are you okay?" And he's like, "I didn't. I got hurt." How'd you get hurt? I was on deck. He did air traffic control on the boats. He's an air traffic controller, and he's like, there was an alarm on the boat, and I ran and I slipped and I broke my foot. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to skate again because he used to rollerblade. Um, I know, lame. Like, I'm sorry, I was young and dumb, guys. Um, but yeah, so we call him Gomer Pyle. He really acts like he is doing good for our country, and it's like, all right, thank you for your cervix, sir. Let your members on what was it, gravy tea and gravy tea, no,
Yeah. Seal Team, or no, Meal Team 6, Gravy
yeah,
Seals.
meal team 6, gravy seal. Let them know that I thank them for their service. So, and just so you guys know, like, I have a lot of family in the military, I have a lot of friends in the military. I support our veterans big time. so
Yeah.
um so
Have them
it's
do fun
insulting
things.
when he does these things, but like at the same time it's so funny, and you have to make fun of him. You have to make fun of him because it's just out of pocket. And then when he's not saving our freedom, protecting our freedom overseas, he's at Disney or Magic Mountain or comic book stores, which, hold on, I'm a Disney adult. So, but still, it's weird. He's weird.
Y'all are
He's
weird. All
We're
of you
weird.
Disney adults are fucking weird.
But we're not the problem. But we're not the problem.
No.
Like, we're innocent bystanders of like meeting these idiots. But there's so many Gomer Pyle stories I could give you guys. You would fucking die. Um, and it sucks because he was hot. He was hot. He was hot, and he was a good lay.
I mean, I
I
can,
was stigmatized for a while.
I don't,
Okay.
I have no room to judge because her and I have very different taste in men, like very different. We have crack is the only overlap there's ever been. And that's just weird. But we have very different taste in men. And so, like, but although our taste is different, we both still tend to date unfortunate looking people with terrible personalities too. Like, why?
Well, in our defense, we wear glasses, which means we're blind. We're blind. Um, was it Hammock Hill? You are so welcome. I'm glad that I picked time. I was trying to think of it like a fair time. I don't know. I'm in Central Time, so like right now it's 9:19 p.m. on a Friday night. So I tried to think of like a time. Plus it's Friday night. There's people who want to go out and club and so sit here and fucking watch me be an idiot. Whatever. So okay, enough of the exes. So since we talked about Crack Wilson and our questionable choices in men and our taste, I think we should play a game of what the fuck did I call it? Hear me out.
Wait, smash. Oh wait, it was hear me out, not
Hear me out.
Smash Mary wood chipper.
Yeah, we'll do that one next time. But we're gonna do hear me out. And I don't know if you guys are familiar with the hear me out game when you don't
Yes,
pick someone for
broccoli,
their
you're
looks.
right. You are totally right. And they always have a good personality for a hot minute in the beginning to just like suck you in.
Yes, broccoli. Yes, I totally agree. So we're gonna do hear me out. Are you guys familiar with the hear me out game? It's when people get together and they usually have a cake, but obviously because she's in California and I'm here in Tennessee, we can't do the cake thing. But it's okay. So Hear Me Out is a game you play where you take turns, and it's people that you would totally smash. And it's usually unconventional people. Okay, so it's I'm not gonna be here like, ooh, Brad Pitt. Hear me out, Brad Pitt. No, obviously he's hot. These are people you're either what the fuck is wrong with you, or okay, okay. So we'll take turns, and if you guys want to, ooh, Callie, if you guys want to like type in the chat, hear me out.
Broccoli,
And
I know. Trust me. 10 and 1 is the best you can get. 10 in the mag, 1 in the chamber. It's a bunch of bullshit. We're not going to get sidetracked on that right now, but we can hit that later.
so if you guys haven't heard me out, you want to put it in the chat, do it because I want to hear your hear me out. Let's see how if you guys are as fucked up as we are because we're fucked up. Um, Broccoli, you're gonna get us distracted. So
Yes.
since we talked about Crack Wilson and we know what Crack Wilson looks like, I'm gonna let you go first because you said one earlier and I was like, that looks like Crack Wilson.
He does not.
He
All right.
does.
Okay. All right. All right. So, like, there's an actor I have always just thought was so, I don't know, attractive, so sexy. It's Ben Foster. Probably not a lot of people know who he is. But he's been in like 30 Days a Night. He was in Hell or High Water, some other thing. I'm trying to remember. And I don't know. I like the guy. I don't know. He's a little guy, I think. I don't think he's tall. He's kind of short. And
He looks like Crack Wilson.
he does not. Like he's a much like T Crack Wilson is like the Timu version of Ben Foster. Like he wishes he could be Ben Foster. And then my other hear me outs, I don't think are real like that all that weird. Like Clint Eastwood when he was younger, Tom
It's
Selleck.
not.
Tom Berenger though, damn. Um, I don't know. I don't know.
So what
Like,
I'm hearing is outside of Ben Foster, you like him with 1 foot and 4 toes in the grave.
you know
Or are
what?
you talking about are you talking about all of them in their younger ages? Because I know you said Clint Eastwood when he was younger, which he was hot when he was
Well,
younger.
because he's like
I
in
looked
his 90s now. So, like, I don't have a geriatric fetish. But, like, I don't like the smell of Depends and fucking Ben Gay. But, I mean,
one
like,
foot, 4 toes in the grave.
Tommy Lee Jones when he was younger, but that's not a hear me out either because these guys were all very conventionally attractive when they were younger. The old ones, though, I would still smash some Elliot older. Yeah. Tom Berenger older. Absolutely. Grandpa.
Sam Elliott.
Yep. Oh yeah, for sure.
Daddy, let me get that mustache. Let me get that
But
mustache.
the thing that ruins Sam Elliott a little bit for me and Tommy Lee Jones is my dad looks like them, like both of them, and it's
Mhm.
weird. And it's like Benicio del Toro. He looks like him too, like the eyes, and it ruins it for me because I look at him and I'm like, oh my dad, no, can't do that. I don't have daddy issues. My mom worked way too hard, and I am not going to be giving my dad credit for all her hard work.
Ruger, I swear to God. Broccoli, don't you talk shit about Ruger. I will come through this phone. I will come through the second phone.
You know
Okay.
what, broccoli. I agree with you on that. Ruger's not bad. It is not bad, but Smith and Wesson is definitely better. But I'm the
Bitch, I'm
god
gonna be
on
at your
limb
house
and
in
say
2 months.
I'm gonna say that Sig beats the shit out of both of them. So does Beretta. So
No, no, no. I'm Ruger diehard all day, every day. Okay, so my first hear me out would probably be, and if you want to Google some of these people too, so you know who I'm talking about. If you don't know, that's totally fine. But I'll go easy. I'll go easy. So my first hear me out. What's his name? It's the fox from Zootopia. What's his name? Is it like Nick Wilde or something?
yeah, Nick Wilde. That's it. Yeah,
He's hot. He
the fox or the guy who voices the fox.
no, the fox, the actual cartoon. He's kind of hot when he's wearing his tie and his little button-up shirt. Like,
He's cute. He's cute. I don't think he's hot. He's cute though. But I can see where you're because I get it. Yeah, I get it.
okay, or okay. So this one, I know you won't know this one. There's a possibility your young one might know this one because she likes anime. Ryoki
I
from
have no
Death
idea.
Note.
That, yep, way over my head. Don't know who that is.
All right, let me pull him up really quick so you can see, and just in case other people don't know who he is, they're like, "Who the fuck is he?"
I'm
Um,
trying to think of more like hear me outs because I know I have a bunch of weird ones, and
yeah, I want to hear the weird ones, Ryoki.
I'm trying to think of like the weird ones. Like obviously everybody's going nuts over the Wicker guy, Alexander Skarsgård. But like it's Alexander Skarsgård. They could put that man in a potato sack and people would be like, yes. So that's not really a hear me out either, I don't
Okay,
think.
this here you go. You ready?
Yeah, that's your type. 100%. 100%. I see it. I see the vision. That is absolutely your type. Yes. That's your type.
Yes.
Hmm.
See, Smokey gets it. Nick Wilde and I could have fox cubs. I'm a fox. He's a fox.
Okay, that's a pretty good link though. Like I could see, yeah, that's a good link. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So give me one of your weird ones.
I'm trying to think. I don't know. Like weird ones. I don't know. Fuck. I know there's some. I just can't think of it. Like horror. Well, my weird ones used to be like a lot of the horror villains because masks. But that's like really popular now. So that's not a hear me out anymore. While like I've always liked that since I was like probably preteen. I was like,
Mhm.
why do I think Ghostface is hot? And I didn't even know what that meant at the time, but I was always liked like the mask, the scary mask, but not Freddy Krueger though. He was always gross.
I would hit it.
I
Freddie,
wouldn't.
listen. Those who know me know I love naps. I am a sleepy bitch. I love my naps. I hang out in my bed a lot. Easy dates. Come on, Freddie. Let's go. My spot. Tear me up. Tear
Yeah.
me up. And just think, like, if you're really getting into it, hear me out. We all are really getting into it. You know how his face is all fucked up, all that texture on it. So, like, if he's really giving it to you good, you got good like hand grips on his face, digging your fingers in his.
I mean, I have a lot of questions about the logistics there because it'd be like Edward Scissorhands,
That's
right?
my next hear me out is Edward Scissorhands.
I see there's a theme here with you. How are they going to do anything to you? Like, they're not going to be able to touch you, really, not with their
That's okay.
hands
Don't
because
fucking test me. I just I just need the D. Edward's face. He's got a perfectly working tongue.
that's a
Baby, just lay your hands down. Don't touch me with your scissor hands. Let mama do all the work.
that's a good point. Good point. Yeah.
Johnny Depp, Edward Scissorhands.
Johnny Depp is very handsome. I don't find him attractive, but he's handsome if that makes sense. Like he's not my type.
Or I just had it. It was another one of his. Willy Wonka. When he was Willy Wonka, oh, I tear that shit up, that weird motherfucker.
Oh
Yes.
no.
Willy
Mm-mm.
Wonka, he'd be into some wild shit. All the while, he'd be feeding me candy from his fucking candy factory.
I do have a weird one. I do. Speaking of
Okay.
weird shit, Tig from Sons of Anarchy. Oh
Yes.
man, because
Yes.
he's gross and he's into some weird shit. And that would just be fun and like memorable. And Happy from Sons of Anarchy, the like kind of psycho dude who was like he like killed a lot of people. Yeah. Like Jax is that's not a hear me out. Opie's not a hear me out. Like nut Chibs though. Yeah. I like that Scottish accent. Oh yeah.
Yeah, I do like the Scottish accents.
Chibs,
Yeah.
Tig, and Happy.
Well, you're right. You're right. Smokey Willy Wonka would be the ultimate feeder. Like,
He would.
because he
He
has
would.
all that access to candy. Like, could you imagine him dipping you in his chocolate river and licking the chocolate off of you?
I can't with your shit.
Look at Leanne Fair. She's like, no.
I'm an asshole. I'm like, I don't want to be all sticky. Ugh. Get that shit away
Mm.
from me.
Give me a tongue bath, Willy Wonka. So wrong. Okay. Um,
Mhm.
my other hear me out would be the priest from Notre Dame, the cartoon. He could you just imagine just being like, Father, please forgive me. Please forgive me. You know, you're dressed up as Esmeralda. A good one. Thank you.
That goes
Like,
right along with monastery.
yes. So you guys, so before we end this live, we're gonna talk like because she brings up this thing this game, the sex game called Monastery. So we'll end the live talking about our sex games we've made up.
Maybe
And
we can save that for the next week's or like for the next live if
yeah,
you
let's save that
want.
for the next live because there's a lot of them we've made up. And I will say this, they're fucked up, but they're funny and they're actually kind of hot. Every guy I have told about the sex games that she and I have made up has looked at me like I had a third eyeball coming out my neck. Like,
It's
they're
just
like, what the
funny.
fuck?
It's funny entertainment. It's not things we actually do. It's just like funny entertainment that we talk about. We don't do these things. Like that would be
Yeah,
weird.
like
They're
just a
both-
preview. We've got the very first one that started off as Plantation. We've got Monastery. We've got Halfway House. We've got what was that? Correctional officer because I used to be a correctional officer. So we got corrections. We've got what was it? The waterboarding one. What was it? Do we call it
Guan-
waterboarding?
Guantanamo Bay.
Guantanamo is what we called it. Yeah, Halfway House. Um,
We need to go, that's why we should do it next week so we can write it down and like have time to think through all of them and then
because we have a lot
yeah,
of them.
yeah, it's just stupid stuff that we laugh about really. Like that's all that it is.
Yeah, yeah. And like so the people who hear about it are just like,
We should let people ask like ask questions if they want to know anything in particular about us that we would be willing to answer.
yeah, definitely. Um thank you so much for the floating hearts, you guys. I'm so glad you guys joined us and like I said my sister she's gonna be on more often. And she does have kids, like she has more than one. And she works a full-time job. So she won't be on every live with me, but we're gonna get her on at least once a week. So you can hang out with us and just hear our insanity and our bullshit and us talking shit because we when we really get going, you guys, it's funny. People who've heard us, like friends and people close to us have heard us talking, they're just like, who hurt you guys? And we just sit there and cackle at ourselves because I mean, we think we're funny. We think we're hysterical. So, but like I said, thank you so much, guys, for being here tonight. And I'm so thank you for spending your time with me, for spending your time with her. And I'm so glad to do this with you. And this is cool. We were on for like an hour and a half. So remember, I do have a blue and white site. The link is in my bio. If you know, if that's your thing. But if not, that's cool. Like, follow, subscribe on my YouTube channel. Comment on the videos. Let me know what times are best for you guys, what days, what times, as we're trying to kind of navigate and make this a regular, consistent thing. Because like I said, now that my son's back in school, I'm able to do this on a consistent schedule. And just interact with you guys more, be more like, follow, subscribe. You know, and if you want join the like get you a membership it's really cheap once a month you get some extra perks, look into it, and if you don't do it it's totally cool. Just know that like all the proceeds I get from here is gonna go back into my YouTube so I can travel, bring you guys with me so we can meet people, so you can meet people I know and hear their stories because I know a lot of really cool people. And of course every so often, especially at the end of the year for Christmas, we're gonna try to give back to the community, um, and try to make that a regular thing too. So that's where your money's gonna go to. I'm not out here fucking buying questionable weed from Crack Wilson. Um, with it, I told before you had come on, I told him about the pure THC he bought from the Jamaicans, which we're pretty confident it's probably like meth or heroin. So that I
Yeah.
had smoked for the first time. So um I'm so glad I
Michael,
made your night. Um
Michael,
but
you
yeah,
asked if she'd go. I don't know. Would you go to Central America? I would, because they have some really cool ass tarantulas and snakes down there. I would love to go
fuck
to Central America.
yes.
That would be
For
so
those
awesome.
if you weren't here earlier when I had said it, I just got my passport. I got approved for my passport. It should be here any day. I do plan to go international. Groupon does this really cool thing where they do mystery trips for like dirt cheap, and it includes your airfare and your hotel. And I think some of those mystery trips actually go to South America. South America, go to South Africa, they go to Europe, they go to the Bahamas, like all over the place, plus domestic.
Well,
So
he's central, so I'm guessing he's like Panama, maybe somewhere around that area.
that'd be cool. I'm gonna go
That would
fuck
be
around with the sloths.
that would be so cool. I would actually love to go to Central South America. Um, that would be amazing. I would love to go there to see everything. There's just so much cool wildlife and stuff, and the culture is really beautiful, and the food's got to be amazing. I'm sure.
Take care of
Broccoli,
Michael. We'll
Broccoli, do you
definitely
have
add
any
that to this.
questions? Smokey, do you have any questions? Does anybody have any questions you want to know?
Any
Oh yeah,
questions?
Broccoli, I have a question for you. We're gonna see. What's your favorite? I'm gonna give you three calibers you can choose from, and I want to know what your favorite is. It's gonna be 9, 40, or 45. Since he wants to talk about that, I'm assuming it's a he. It might not be. Sorry if
I
I
think I knew who
said the
it
wrong thing.
is. I think Broccoli is one of my friends on Discord, and he actually he builds guns. He does that or restores and builds them or whatever. He sends me really cool videos of him at the range. If that's what I think it is,
Did we just become best friends?
yeah, he's pretty cool.
Okay, broccoli, you're good. 9 is not my favorite. I mean, my EDC is 45, but 9 is good. But if you said 40, I was going to be extremely upset with you and we were going to have a conversation. Michael, 45, there you go. Nice.
Go big or go home. Question
Question for
for
the what's that lipstick? This lipstick was given to me by her when she was here a few months ago. It's that Judy doll. It's the cool tone Judy doll. Crap, I have to look at the bottom of it's Judy dolls on TikTok. It's like the only cool tone that they have. It's really pretty.
it looks really good on you. And it's cool
Thanks.
because, like, if you guys go for the Smoky, if you go on TikTok shop and look up Judy Dalton, you'll see the lippies, and they're like $10. And it's cool and has like a cool cushion. And don't be intimidated by the cushion because it's a round ball cushion. You think I actually had no problem like putting on precisely without it just getting all over my mouth. I loved it, and she has a hard time finding cool, like good cool tone lippies. So I was like, here, have this one. I've got like I have so much fucking lippies. Like I'm not hurting it if I like give her one or
Let's see.
100.
300 blackout over 556. I completely agree with you on that. 300 blackout is I prefer. It's great. I think it's great for coyotes. I mean, you can use it for bigger game too, which is really awesome. But 300 blackout is really great. My preferable rifle caliber for most hunting would be anything 30 out 6, 308, 300 rum, 4570. That's all good. But yeah, so striker or hammer.
And yes, and yes, in case you didn't figure it out, she does hunt. She is a baddie and then some. She hunts. She with not just guns, she fucking bow hunts, y'all. Like, and I'm not talking with the automatic, but like the strength bow. And she could do it, and she's damn good. Didn't you go to training to teach people how to do that?
Yeah, I got certified as an instructor through USA Archery, and I used to, because it's all volunteer based, like you don't get paid. So I used to teach classes, hunter education and bow hunter education classes for California Fish and Wildlife. I don't do that anymore. I don't have time, full time job, lots of kids. You shouldn't have sold your compound, man. Unless it was a Matthews, then you can sell it. And Yeah, I haven't hunted, to be completely transparent. I have not hunted in quite a few years. But I have the time and availability now that my kids are a little bit older because it's just me and my kids that live here. So Bowtech, I've heard they've gotten a lot better in later years, like Bear did. But I'm a Hoyt girl. I always have been growing up. But
She fishes too, you guys. She
I do
taught me
love
how
to
to
fish.
fish.
I took her fishing for the first time, and she baited her own hook. I was so proud of her.
And then I turned into Larry the Lobster because I burn so easily. And my dumbass didn't put sunblock on. But I had so much fun, and we caught some fish, and we cooked them up, and it was cool.
We did a fish
She is a
fry.
baddie though. She
We
is a
we did like
baddie.
I taught her how to clean the fish, all that stuff. And then we had that weekend we had a fish fry with fresh catfish and striper that we had caught, and with two absolute idiots. It was Moose and who was the other more? Who was the guy you brought? Because Moose was there with me. Who did you bring?
We don't have a nickname for him, and I don't want to use his real name.
I'm trying to remember. I can't even picture who it was. Like his
It starts
face.
with a S. It starts with a S and ends with an E.
I don't. I don't
He
know.
drove a semi truck, so we'll call him Optimus Prime.
All right, we'll go with Optimus Prime. I know you'll remind me after the live. Next challenge is unhooking a saltwater catfish. Yeah, I don't know, man. That sounds like you're gonna tear your fingers up with that shit. I don't
Fingers.
know. I like bow fishing too. Like, God, that's so much fun. I don't have a bow. I should. I have like 3 or 4 bows here. Um, I should have one set up for bow fishing, but I don't. Kill
I
Derek.
didn't know, Michael. I'm a diehard Madonna fan, and that is one of my favorite songs. And I didn't know that was about Belize. That's pretty fucking awesome. Yeah, it was Optimus Prime, and like her brother went hunting. It like goes hunting all the time, but like many years ago, he fucking got a lion, you guys, and he's coming out to visit her, in October, and they're gonna go bear hunting.
Yeah, we're
And
going to do a late season, just a late season public land. It's not, we do not expect to be very successful. The zone that we're hunting is extremely difficult. The terrain is very, very difficult. It's so bad that you have to be careful on if you see a deer or a bear, depending on where they are. There's a half the time there's a chance you're not going to be able to get them out of where they're likely to fall. The terrain is that bad. So it's in the Sierras. So we're going to do a late season bear hunt and, just see how it goes. We're going to be rifle hunting, not bow hunting.
that's a you question. I don't from broccoli. I'm, that one's lost on me.
It sucks. Like it sucks. I have not bought any new guns or anything here in a long time. Like I have what I have. And mm, um I go out of state where I have other family that lives, and I like their stuff way better. Most of the stuff is not legal here. And I just hate it. Like my EDC is a Glock. It's a 30 SF. And I hate it because I keep getting light strikes and I can't. I've taken it to have it fixed several times, and so the only way I can fix it is send it back. And I would just rather buy.
Man, Canada's lame like that. Fuck Canada. Sorry. Canada's so beautiful. But for them to turn in all their guns, I could never. I could never. I have a nice arsenal here at my house, and I could never get rid of my guns. Um, something pretty serious would have to happen for me to get rid of mine. Light section, my AR. Yeah. Looks like the connection died. Can you I think it might have died on her end. I mean, can you see and hear me? Am I still good? That's why I'm doing this in my living room because my internet connection's better down here in my living room than upstairs in my room. So I was like, oh, I'll just do it from my bed, be more personal. But unfortunately, my signal is a fucking garbage up in my bedroom. So, and I don't want to fucking fight with my internet and the phone. And I'm sure you guys would get so annoyed yourselves. And we're just not about that life. So,
Oh, there it is. Okay, I think we're good again. All right. I
uh,
think we're good.
so yeah. So, any questions, guys? Hey, nay. Hey,
Oh.
nay.
And did you tell him you're going to be out here soon?
No, I did not. Y'all, I'm gonna be in California
Again.
at the end of Sept again, and I
Good.
can't keep my ass out of there. I'm flying first class to go visit her
There you go.
at the end of September. I'm gonna be Nurse Glory for a month. She's having surgery. We're not gonna go into that because it's personal. But that's why I'm going out there. I'm gonna be Nurse Glory and I'm gonna take care of her. And we'll do live streams from her bed instead of mine, because like I said, my internet sucks. So we'll be live streaming from her bed, and y'all can help me make her feel better. Okay.
And
It'll be
then
fun.
we're going to get to do the reverse in late November, early December, because I'm going to her because she's also having a procedure done, and I'm going to do the same thing and take care of her and everything after her procedure. So we'll be doing the reverse then. So it's going to be fun.
Heck yeah. Good luck
Thank
with
you.
your surgery. Oh, yeah. Thank you, Smokey. Yeah, I'm gonna be Nurse Glory. I'm gonna be Nurse Glory and Mama Glory to her kids.
Yep. Well,
I'm
they already
even
know.
joke that
That's so
like
exciting.
I'm gonna put on her fucking bonnet and her nightgown. I'm gonna be sitting there cleaning her house while she's sleeping and cooking for the kids and sending them off to school.
I
Oh,
I have my they are so like A is so excited for you to come, you know, for their auntie
I'm
to be here.
excited.
And what she's talking about, I have like I love granny shit. Like I love it. And I know it's popular now, but like I have loved granny shit for a long time. And I love those old like floral granny nightgowns and the silk like bonnets and everything. That's my get down. That's what I'm doing every night. Silk bonnet, granny nightgown, candles on my like I would show you my room's a mess, but all the decor in my bedroom is like granny core shit. I love it. I love it.
I just hit my piercing really hard.
Which one? Which one?
Lefty.
I'm
I still just love my body.
is it okay? Do you need to look off camera and did you snag it?
I smacked it really hard because like clearly I'm not wearing a bra. I'm relaxing, so they're sagging lower than normal, and my hand just went wow, and like I guess like hit it at an angle. So it's like so instead of being straight, on your nippy
You
like
probably
this,
hit
it
it
went like
just
this.
right. You probably hit it just right. Just oh god.
Sorry, you guys. Hoo, hoo, hoo.
It
I
hurt.
don't do that too often, but when it does,
It
you
hurts
know,
a lot.
I've yet to get like my towel stuck on them. Like how you would warn me about. It's only a couple times I've hit my own like nips. I'm like, ugh, but all the other stuff you'd warn me about, I've not had any issues with.
That's
Like,
my main problem is like snagging it on things like towels, blankets. Like if you're wearing, you know, you're in bed wearing a tank top and like one of the girls flops out as they tend to do and like snags a blanket or you're like home from a long day, you want to rip off that bra. Mm-mm. No, ma'am. No.
when I'm sleeping, because you know when I wear to bed when I sleep, I'm definitely not wearing a bra when I go to sleep, and I don't have that problem with it snagging. Even when I sleep on my stomach, I don't have any problems with my nippy piercings. Like, it's just
You
so like when I'm not wearing a bra and I'm sitting like this, because like I'm sitting on my hip instead of sitting straight up like I was earlier. Um, you know, like the nip is down there, and unfortunately, I was not blessed with perky nips. So they're down, and I will eventually get a titty lift, so they will be like in your fucking face. I'm gonna at least enjoy that at least for a little bit before I die. I will. That will happen. The headlights are going to be blam right in your eyeballs.
I'm
So it's-
so
I
doing.
can't broccoli, but yeah. So it's okay now. It's not hurting anymore. That was wild. That was wild.
They don't use turn signals in Tennessee. They don't use them in California either.
I
So don't
use
worry
my
about that.
I use mine sometimes.
I use mine all the time.
Do
It's
you?
more yeah, I do. I use my turn signals all the time. I'm a good driver. I don't know why everybody thinks I'm not. I have zero traffic violations, first of all, zero collisions that I was at fault. I have an impeccable fucking driving record. The only ticket I've ever gotten was that damn red light camera. So that doesn't count. And I don't know why people like Baby Joker think I'm a bad driver. He's mortified at my driving. I'm like, bitch, you're just mad because I'm better than you. Because I drive
Oh,
faster,
baby
better than
Joker.
you. I know. He thinks I'm a terrible driver. Like it's my driving stresses him out so bad that when we go somewhere together, he started to offer to drive.
It's okay. Crossville Creeper thinks I'm a horrible driver, but this is coming from the person who literally drives the exact speed limit, if not 5 miles below.
He's driving Miss Daisy. The creeper has no room to talk. He's driving Miss Daisy. That's what the fuck he's doing.
Yeah, yeah, and he hates driving with me, especially when we're in like big cities or whatever. Because I'm a California driver. I'm a defensive driver, like defensive, offensive, whatever. Either way, we haven't died yet.
Broccoli, what do you drive? Now I want to know what you have that you drive so fast.
You have a radar detector. Siri, my Apple Maps, is a beautiful, beautiful thing. She snitches for me. She'll
Yeah.
tell me when there's a
Yeah.
radar.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, she's a snitch, and I love it. What? Oh, she. So this is Siri. She just went off. She's like, "Tell me where you are."
He's a Range Rover Sport. Nice. I've never been in
Saucy.
one, but I hear they're very nice. Like they're very cool. I like older cars. I mean, newer cars are really
Same.
nice. I'm not. Don't mean to disparage at all. I dare you to drive through Atlanta in 5 p.m. traffic. I fucking
Been
will.
there, done that.
I
Been there,
will.
done that.
She's done it a lot. I never have. I haven't been to Atlanta, but yeah, I can drive through LA traffic, the worst LA traffic. Denver traffic is bad. I've driven through that a lot. So yeah, Atlanta can
I
bring
will.
it.
I will say this since I've done both. Atlanta traffic is actually slightly worse than LA traffic. I mean, maybe it's changed a bit because I haven't lived in California for a long time. People in Atlanta literally like because I think California drivers are just absent-minded. They really just don't care. They're just not paying attention. Versus Atlanta drivers are clearly zero fucks given. I mean, there's always accidents on the 285 all the fucking time. People, oh my god, it's wild. It is the Wild West, and it's like that even like all night long too. Like there's traffic in Atlanta in the middle of the fucking night sometimes, and it's wild. It's wild. Like I thought LA was bad, but I hate driving through Atlanta traffic. I love Atlanta so much. That's why I go there all the fucking time. I do photo shoots there all the time. I love Atlanta. Do I love the traffic? No. Hate it. So when I go, I try to stay on like the outskirts of Atlanta so I don't have to deal with that so much. Um, like I try to stay in Smyrna, which is like suburb of Atlanta. Um, they're bad. Like they're bad. And then they get mad at you when like you're stuck behind the crash. Can't move. The car's in the middle of the fucking interstate. What am I supposed to do? It's just mm.
I
But
heard
if but
GSP.
since you
We know about GSP. You don't get away from like in California. I don't care when I see CHP. I'm like, whatever. If they want me, they're gonna have to catch me first, as I say in my little fucking four banger. But GSP, yeah, that they don't fuck around. I know. Like
they
I
don't
know. I know.
that like I have learned that when I have to travel to Atlanta or drive through Atlanta to go to Florida, I have learned because the GSP is one of those states like Utah. When you
Yeah.
first when you when you go through Chattanooga right into the Georgia line, there's always 10 of them right there trying to snag people going over the state line, right? Because people in Chattanooga are idiots and they don't obey speeding laws. But once you get past that, you're good for a while until, in my experience, when you get through Atlanta, when you're actually going through Atlanta, the GSP is not that bad there. It's when you get past Atlanta and you're on your way to Florida, they're everywhere and they're hiding on the overpasses, they're hiding at the exits, they're hiding behind fucking trees, like they're hiding everywhere, everywhere. So once I get through Atlanta, that's when so like when I get into Georgia, I don't speed at all. And then I floor it till I get to Atlanta. Once I get through Atlanta, then I am like dead set on staying the exact speed limit, mind my own business, put on the cruise control, and then second I hit that Florida state line, it's all bets off because they don't fucking care in Florida. They're like, as long as you ain't drinking and driving or you ain't crashing or doing the swervy swerve everywhere, they don't fucking care how fast you're going. And people, and you'll see it. You'll see everyone as soon as they pass that Georgia state line, they're just flooring it 100 plus easy.
I did not enjoy my time in Florida, and I didn't get to. I was in Florida in February. I had to go there for work, and I went to a. And I don't. I'm not disparaging the state. It's the only time I've ever been there. And I went to a place that everybody's like, yeah, if that's the only place you're going to go, like that's a really crappy representation of the state. It's just a very boring, not very pretty place. Although I did really love all the Spanish moss on the trees. Like that was so beautiful. Oh my God.
Mhm.
And but I was so busy with work. She was there with me. I was there for work, and she drove down to meet me there. Um, and we were gonna go like do all kinds of fun stuff, and it just did not end up happening. We didn't leave, did we? We didn't leave the room. Like I left to go to work and back every day and came back and that's all we did. Like we were so tired and exhausted. Yeah, it was
We
exhausting.
we did straight up fat bitch activities when we were in the room. That was because we were so tired. It was so humid.
Yeah.
Ugh.
It was
So
rough.
in Florida, I think I've driven through Tallahassee. When I go to Florida, I'm either going to Cocoa Beach or I'm going to Orlando or Miami. Um yeah, I don't that's about where I go in Florida.
I
And I
was
think
in I was in Melbourne is where we were.
yeah, we were in Melbourne Beach. Oh God, those remember that I got that conch fritters and someone else it made me so sick. And I was so bummed because I always wanted to try the conch fritters.
Yeah, it
But
made you really sick. I remember that. You were so sick and there's just kind of, yeah, like I'm sure there's better places to go. And I would love to go to Florida like on a vacation and get to actually explore. No, we can't handle the humidity. It's gross. Who wants that fucking swamp ass all the time? I have naturally wavy curly hair. I know it doesn't look like it right now. That my hair did not like that shit. My skin did not like that shit. I don't like the humidity. It's icky. And I
no,
know
I felt my face felt so oily all the time. Ooh.
and I should like not have a problem with that because it's like where my people, my tribe are from originally is down there. But yeah, I don't like it. I guess I don't have enough that percentage of DNA to get along with the humidity. It's more of my other ethnicity, the dry desert people. That's what I
The
like.
swamp ass. The swamp ass is real. I'm sorry. I'm not taking my powder puff and sticking it between my ass cheeks to prevent the swamp ass. So you know what? We just avoid swamp ass altogether and just don't go to Florida unless it's an absolute need. Now, I next time. Oh, that's right. I'm so retarded. I'm so dumb. I lived in Fort Walton Beach too. I lived in Fort Walton Beach. I've been to Panama City Beach quite a few times. I lived in Fort Walton Beach, worked in Destin. My favorite beach to go was Navarre because it was away from everything and it's close enough to Pensacola, but you're not in that bullshit of Pensacola because, you know, a lot of people either go to Panama City Beach or they go to Pensacola Beach. So I went to Navarre and I liked it. It was peaceful. But yeah, I lived in Florida and I lived in Orlando. So I know that humidity and that swamp ass. And yeah, I don't care for it. Now, next month, not next year, but next month, I'm actually a guest host, surprise guest, well, not a surprise, but a special guest for a lifestyle party. If you know, you know, I'll be talking about that live, and the person running it, I'm going to be having them as a co-host, in the next couple weeks to promote, and we could talk about it. But yeah, that's going to be in Gulf Shores, Alabama, and I'm not ready for that. I'm not because I know it's going to be humid as fuck and. Ugh.
I feel bad because I was supposed to go with you. Like I was originally going to go with her, but I can't because I'm having surgery like the next week, and yeah, so I can't
Yeah.
now. But
It's okay. It's okay because you're coming out to Tennessee at the end of the year. So,
I know I'm so
and
excited about that.
your surgery is like so much more important than anything else. So it's totally okay.
Yeah,
Um, I, it'll be interesting because I've never been to a lifestyle event. Um, so this
you
will
have to
be
FaceTime me a lot. Yeah, you have to FaceTime me a lot.
at least you have me on 360. So if I get snatched up by somebody, they're like, "No, you're mine," and try
We
to like hold me hostage. Like,
we have each other and one of my kids on 360, so we know where each other are, like life 360, so we know where each other are all the time, and we'll just message each other randomly like, bitch, where you at? Like, what are you doing?
who are you with? Are you safe?
Get a
Yeah,
gun range
yeah.
live chat. Maybe, or maybe you'll get one when she's here too, because we have a really good range right outside of town. Um, and I definitely might be doing some of that because I need to sight in my 30-06 because the last time I sighted it in was with ammo I bought in another state that is not legal to hunt with here. So I'm sure you understand, like I need to recite it in. So, and it's been a hot minute, it needs to be recited in anyways. And that's if I even hunt with that. If I end up hunting with the 300 rum or the 4570, I'm gonna have to cite those in as well. So you might get that when she's here. That would be fun for her and I to go do together. That would be a lot of fun.
You took me to the range for my first time. Do you remember
Yes, I
that?
do. Yes.
I never
Good
shot
stuff.
range. I just shot out at a lake, at Targets, and she took me to a range, and she was pretty impressed
I
for a newbie to the whole gun scene.
I
That
think
wasn't too bad.
you shot, I think if I remember, you shot my 38, the little revolver, the Lady Smith. You shot my 45, my Glock, and you shot I think you shot my 12 gauge, my Stoger, which kicks like a fucking mule. And I put heavy
Mm.
goose loads in those motherfuckers, so they
I know
really
now
can
I have a
kick straight out of you.
Stoker, and it's my Stoker is like almost as tall as I am. Yeah, and the kick on that thing is ooh.
Oh, do you think that gun is tall? You should see my 10 gauge. That sucker comes, I have a picture and it comes exactly to the top of my shoulder. That's how tall or like long that gun is. And I look absolutely ridiculous shooting the 10. Um,
But I
your
love
30-30
it.
lever action, I would love that. And Broccoli, what's funny, the 4570 I keep talking about. So my dad got it for me as a gift. He lives in another state. So my brother's going to bring it out to me when he comes out here in a couple months. Check it out. You're gonna be so fucking jealous. It is a Peter Soley Shiloh Sharps replica of the gun from Quigley Down Under with the octagonal barrel and everything, but it's chambered in 4570 instead of 45-110 like it was in the movie because it's way too fucking hard to get 45-110. And I don't have time to be reloading shit. Okay. So it's pretty badass. It's a 1874 Shiloh Sharps replica by Peter Soley.
I'm doing great, Earl. Welcome to my live.
Welcome.
Um, yeah, you know what, Broccoli? I hear a lot of shit talking coming from you, and what I'm hearing, correct me if I'm wrong, is that when she comes out here for my surgery, that I'm just gonna have to put my big girl panties on, no matter how much pain I'm in for my surgery. We're gonna have to get in my car and drive to Georgia and teach you a lesson.
No,
Is that what I'm hearing? You need to bust out your guns for us. We'll bring mine because obviously she can't fly with hers. We'll bring mine and we'll put our what's that phrase? Our but make it clever. Put our bullet because if I say put our bullets where our mouth is, that sounds not good.
we'll have like a friendly shooting competition. Like that would be fun. And I would actually love to I just like to I don't think I'm that great of a shot. Like I'm good enough. My brother is way better than me. But yeah, that would be so fun. I would love to go to the shooting range with you. That would be so much fun. And I know she would love to come too. 400-yard targets. 400-yard targets? The fuck for? You using iron sights? Why are we doing 400 yards? That's sight and in distance, my dude. Let's push that shit out a bit.
So, Smokey, in answer to your question, I really am not trying to advertise what I'm doing, just because disclaimer, this topic um this topic of what my surgery is a very sensitive one. There's a lot of people, plus size creators, who make it their point to come on to people who are doing what I'm doing and like berate them and make them feel like shit because they're just trying to make things better for themselves. So, with that being said, so I'm not advertising it. I will say it here because I don't think it's going to go very far, if you know what I mean. It's not like we have 1,000 viewers right now. There's six of us, so I feel okay sharing this. Um, so I I have insulin resistant PCOS, and like no matter what I do, I mean, and I don't really eat that unhealthy. I know you guys see some shit in my reels, but truth be told, a lot of those it's like one bite and then I throw it away. I or throw it away or give it to my kid or whatever. I actually eat fairly healthy. I don't even drink soda. I drink unsweet iced tea because I love unsweet tea. I'm sorry, I can't do that sugar shit. Um, I don't, for a big girl, I don't eat that bad. But because I have insulin resistant PCOS, it's really hard to lose weight and stay healthy. So with that being said, and I've tried so many things, different medications, it doesn't work. And all I want to do is get healthy. It's not a matter of being skinny. If anything, I would love to be slim thick like I was when I first got in the industry. Um, but more importantly, I just want to be healthy. So with that being said, I take Mount Jaro to manage my insulin resistant PCOS, because if I didn't, everything I put in my mouth, I would gain weight instantly. And we're not trying to do that. I'm trying to stay healthy so I can live forever. Or at least until like my son grows up and, gets married and has kids. Um, Whatever. So, the Mount Jaro is just barely keeping me at bay. So I have made the decision that I'm going to get gastric bypass surgery, because that is the only thing that's been proven to reverse insulin resistant PCOS. So yeah, I'm having gastric bypass at the end of the year. And like I said, it's not because I want to be skinny. It's not like that. It's just so I can be healthy. Um, that's all. And so you can understand why I haven't advertised it. You have see a lot of plus size creators who are like, ew, skinny talk, or they really hate on the big girls who are trying to take control of their health for whatever reason, whether it's like me who has PCOS, or maybe they do want to be skinny, or whatever it is they choose to take the shot or have weight loss surgery, whatever it is. And it's so crazy. It's always plus size creators that get on other plus size creators platforms and talk shit. They're so mean, tear them down. And, it's just really shitty. And it's not that I'm not a sensitive person. I have a pretty thick skin, as you can tell from like all the shit I talk to people when they talk shit on my videos. But if I can avoid having to hear it, I will. And I don't want them getting in my head. I don't want to give them the opportunity to get in my head, talk shit, whatever. Now, obviously, when I have the surgery, there's going to be significant change. You're going to see the weight come off. And obviously, people are going to notice, comment this, that, and the other. And that's fine. I'll address it then. And that's totally cool. And if the girls want to come for me then, they can fucking come for me then. And I will be more, especially because I'll be full of piss and vinegar and pain from surgery. I'll be more than happy to tell them what's what. But until then, I like to just kind of keep that close to chest. So yes, I am having gastric bypass at the end of the year. And I've read a lot of stuff. Some people have a really easy, quick recovery. Some don't. So it would be really weird. But broccoli,
Level,
because you want to talk so much smack,
but you better
bitch.
have level 4 plates. All right. Level 4. Since he wants to talk shit. And yeah, that thermal coyotes, absolutely. Pigs too. Because I don't know. Some states you can hunt pig at night. That would be fun. But I'm really excited for her surgery. I think it's gonna be great. I'm also been on a weight loss journey for like a year. I know I have a weird ass body, and I know you guys are probably all sitting there like, oh, you don't look fat. I fucking am. Okay, it's just it doesn't show from here up. All right, but I promise you, look at my arm. Like I'm thick. I'm a big girl. Look at my fat ass fingers. Um, my little sausage fingers. Um,
I have sausage fingers. You just can't tell because I have really long nails.
my
When my
bad.
nails are off, my hands, you'll see how tiny and fat my hands are. I have little kid hands. And it's exasperating. And it's been like that since I was little. There've always been fat little hands. But Reditude, I've actually taken Reditude for a while and I love it. It's just right now because I'm really trying to get in the habit. I've been transitioning my eating now to prepare for my pre-op diet, which is gonna be, it starts a few weeks before my surgery. And I don't have a surgery date yet, but it is happening in December for sure. So I'm trying to prepare myself and trying to transition the way I eat and how I eat, because I know that once I'm a gastric bypass, they're taking so much of my stomach that all that's going to be left is the size of an egg. I'll have a pouch the size of an egg. So yeah, like it's a whole world of difference of how I'm going to have to eat and whatnot. And I forgot where I was going with that. Oh, so yeah. So I figure, sorry, Reditude. So I stopped taking the Retta. But I love it. Reditude is awesome. I stopped taking the Retta and I figure it will benefit me more when I'm about to start the hardcore change of my diet, like my pre-surgery diet. That will benefit me more than right now. So I have it on pause, but I like Retta. Retta is good shit.
My surgery I'm having is not weight loss or cosmetic related. It's something else. I'm having an organ removed that ain't acting right and causing me a lot of pain and issues, but I'll be fine. Like so but that's hers that she's having. I'm really excited and proud of her for doing that. And I'm excited because like we are much bigger than we were when we met 20 years ago. We were still big girls back then, don't get me wrong. Like what were we, like size 14, 16s when we met, right about there.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
now we're obviously like much bigger than that. So it's really cool. We're both kind of on a weight loss journey. Not to be, I don't want to say I'll never be, but I don't ever intend to be skinny. Like I just want to get back down to anywhere between like a size 12 and 16, honestly, depending on where I feel good. And that way I'm still active and I can do all the things that I love to do and hike, haul my ass up a ridge, do all those things that I love to do. And then obviously live as long as I can for my kids. So and losing weight is really hard, and especially the older you get and the busier you are, it's really hard. And so it's nice like
It
to have.
really is hard. Like I want to get back into horseback riding, and traveling will be so much easier to do. Um
Why she's not
but
anti GLPs. I'm on a GLP and so is she.
yeah, I'm on Mount Daro.
Now
um
I'm on semaglutide, so we're not anti GLPs at all. I'm sorry if we worded something weird that made it sound like that, but totally not the case.
I know what she's talking about. I've made some reels where like I've only done like one or two. Um
Oh.
I've only done one or two. Those are literally rage bait reels. Um, they're literally rage bait reels. That's all they are. I will never, ever, ever, ever criticize anybody taking control of their health, whether they're doing it shot, whether they're having surgery, whether they have a tapeworm, whatever the fuck it is. I will never be that person. You will never, ever, ever catch me going on someone's reel or their live or their post telling them they're a piece of shit and they're taking the way out. Because a lot of these plus size career, I've seen it firsthand. I've seen these some women who do like their before and after, like, oh, I've been on they'll be like, I've been on Wegovy for 2 weeks now and look at the difference. And you'll see, and I've seen it with my own two eyes, plus size carriers going on there being like, oh, you're taking the easy way out, blah, 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 blah. How could you? That's bullshit. Da da da. And another one to skinny talk, whatever. And I would never do that. Like I said, I make rage bait posts because that's what gets me clicks, that's what gets me views. But I stand on 10 toes with that. I will never ever criticize somebody for taking control of their health. That is, and I've always felt that way before I decided to do my surgery, before my doctor put me on Mount Jaro to help me. I've been on Mount Jaro for a year, you guys. And I just don't advertise it. I keep a lot of things in my chest. So just know that, like, I would say there are so, like, I do a lot of reels and some of them are pretty true, pretty true to life. And then there's a few that are literally just for rage bait. And I could never make fun of somebody for trying to do better. And that's so funny. You take a red so your love handles don't your guns
Do
don't
you carry it
on
like
your love handles.
do you carry it like
Um
3 or 9 o'clock? Because that's like the either that or it's appendix. Like I carry it 4, so I don't have that problem at all.
See, I don't know about that, broccoli, about the adult entertainment industry stuff. I know my friend had to send pics of themselves to several studios because they wanted to make sure they didn't get on GLPs. Yeah, I don't know anything about that, and I do OnlyFans now only. Um,
Like,
that's right, OnlyFans
I'm gonna
only.
drive like
Um, and I don't have a problem working like industry companies. I have no problem with that. But at the same time, I'm glad that I don't, because I don't have to adhere to that shit. Like, I don't want someone telling me what I can and cannot do with my body. So there's that. I would never work for a company that was like, you can't be on GLP-1s. I want you to stay fat. This is what we're going to promote. I can never. That You should be in control of your own autonomy, whether you're male or female, and that's it. And either a company can use you or they can't, and that's it. They shouldn't base hiring you based on if you're on a GLP-1. That's toxic to me. In my opinion, that's toxic. So we love a good rage bait, right? See, there you go with the rage bait with the Ruger. Um,
we need the
but
tea, broccoli. Like spill it. We need the
yeah.
tea.
The fuck.
Feel
So
it.
yeah, and as you did say about the carbonated drinks, you're right. I cannot. If you can't have carbonated drinks, especially if you do the gastric bypass because how small the pouch is. They definitely recommend that you don't do carbonated drinks right after your surgery because the gas can either expand your pouch and fuck up your internal incisions and your anchors. Like I said, I'm having the gastric bypass. I'm having my stomach removed. I'm having my intestines rerouted. So they're gonna have anchors in there to keep everything. Do I want my innards to fucking explode? No. So I'm not gonna have carbonation. And then obviously later down the road, they still don't recommend it because it could stretch out your pouch. So no more carbonated drinks. There will be a lot of smoothies, there will be a lot of fucking broth drinking. Y'all are gonna see me really go through it. But it's a commitment I'm making for my health. So, and I'm okay with that. Like I've accepted it. This is what I want to do. I'm committed to doing it. The fact that I've given up soda is huge because she'll tell you I'm a huge soda drinker. And I always have been. I don't smoke cigarettes. Drinking a ice cold Dr. Pepper after I've had a fucked up day is like a blanket of warmth. It's like orgasmic coming over my body. And all of a sudden I'm calm, cool, and collected. Um, and I've given up soda. I have been free of soda for about a month now. Um, and there's moments where I'm like, I would give my right and left tit for a Dr. Pepper right now, or Dr. Pepper with some whiskey in it. Yes, but we're not doing that. I've made a commitment to this and trying to get myself whatever. So yeah. Ugh, OKG. I love soda. I know I love soda too. What won't list exact names, but they had a few male actors that had some bad reps with doing things that weren't agreed to. Yeah.
That's
But
crazy.
that is crazy. I really like being on OnlyFans because I'm literally my own boss. I can create whatever content I fucking please. If I want to gain 1,000 pounds, I fucking can. No one's gonna stop me. If I want to lose 1,000 pounds, I can, and no one's gonna stop me. Um, it's all me. I don't have to answer to anybody, and I love that. Don't get me wrong. The companies I've worked for. I've been very fortunate in the past when I worked for industry companies like Plumper Pass, Red Light District, Channel 69, all them, they have been really kind to me and I've had pretty good experiences with all of them. Score Group, Score Group, there was an incident I had with somebody and they literally tore my asshole and it was horrible. Um,
I
it was
remember
horrible.
that. I remember you
Yeah.
calling me from Florida. You were in Florida filming that, right? I remember that. That was horrific. And yes, cream soda flavored Dr. Pepper is the best because cream soda is my favorite soda. Have you ever had a sarsaparilla? Amazing. Like a Sioux City sarsaparilla. That is my shit. I love
There
it.
you go with your fucking old people drinks. The
You know,
sarsaparilla with your bonnet and your moo your granny moo.
yeah, yeah. On the front porch talking about salesman be by here in a few hours. Yep.
Okay, no doubt. I'm
Yeah.
gonna get you a sarsaparilla when I'm out there. I'm gonna be.
The last time I got one, um, we don't have a nickname for him. Charlena actually found him at Bevmo and he got me a 6 pack of sarsaparillas. Charlena did because he used to love them when we were married and we lived out where my dad and my brother lived. We used to get those Sioux City sarsaparillas all the time and they're like a kind of a cream soda and it was so amazing.
When I was younger, I did like sarsaparilla and like root beer floats and all that when I was younger. Now I smell it and I'm like, oh,
I don't like root beer, but I like cream soda. And that sounds awful, broccoli. Like, that sounds horrific. I hope, and probably not, but I hope they were held accountable for what they did. That sounds really terrible.
I know the guy who told my asshole was not held accountable at all. They were just like, let's just get this shit done. It was awful. I never went to work for Score Group ever again after that. But it's okay because I already worked for them for a few times. So it's like whatever. Um, to me, cream sodas are so gross. They're so gross to me the same way that grape soda is gross to you. I
Bitch,
love grape
and you
soda.
and your nasty ass grape drink and that fucking bullshit fried Oreos. I hate Oreo cookies, by the way. The cream in the middle, disgusting. It tastes like Crisco. It sticks to the roof of your mouth. It's gross. I don't like it. I like the chocolate part of the cookie, but not the middle. She loves
Fried
it. Comes
Oreos.
out here and gets deep fried Oreos every time she's here from this place that does these deep fried Oreos. And I'm just like, "Ugh, no, we're not doing
They're they're so good. They're deep fried Oreos, and then I get them with their signature chocolate sauce that they have this restaurant, and then strawberry sauce and fresh strawberries and crumbled Oreo on top
You know what?
because
I don't
diabetes what don't know her.
I don't think I even told you, by the way, that place we always order from, it's not even a restaurant, dude. It's a food truck. It's a dessert food truck. Yeah, like a taco
Well,
truck,
kudos to them
but
because they make
dessert.
some good fried Oreos.
I know, like the taco trucks, but dessert. Man, that sounds so good right now. I want some tacos.
Grape soda is not cough syrup.
Yeah, it is, and it's nicey. It's nicey. It
I
that
love it.
jail immediately.
Or
Jail.
strawberry Fanta. Love strawberry Fanta.
I don't like Fanta either. No.
I love it.
I like sweet tea. That's my jam. Which is funny because she hates sweet tea. She likes unsweet tea. Who fucking does that? And no, I like sweet tea.
That's like some serial killer shit. Like, what kind of serial killer shit are you on? Drinking unsweet tea.
Probably like your coffee black too, huh? You fucking psycho. No, the only time I enjoy black coffee is when I'm camping, like hunting. You get up in the morning and it's so freezing cold and miserable, and a cup of hot black coffee is and those dissolvable Folgers like bullshit. It's so good. We don't even have.
Kombucha? I tried kombucha one time and it tastes like vinegar. And doesn't make you shit make a shit? Because that's what it's meant for. It's for your gut health, right? Kombucha. Well, I'm
Yes.
not originally from the South, Broccoli. Remember, I'm from California. And my parents raised me on unsweet tea, so I don't know any better.
She was raised, what were you like upper middle class, right? I was not. I was white trash, which we're not even white, but I was white trash. And we had
Let
sweet
me tell
tea.
you, we're not white. We were
Well, my dad's parents are like southern. Well, his mom was southern from like Arkansas and Texas. So like sweet tea and all that fried southern food was like what we grew up eating. That and Lebanese food. So good combo.
well. I mean, my because for those of you who don't know, I actually was raised by foster parents. I lived with my biological mom till I was like 6, and so when I lived with my bio mom, yes, we were white trash, bimbo bread, government cheese, all that. So I do have my white trash card. Okay, I just didn't have it for long because then when I got with my foster parents, yes, we were upper middle class, but I can still relate to the white trash for sure.
That dough estrus, I'll wake you up for sure. It will. Um, I don't do much cover scent. We really don't. Oh, a little estrus or whatever is fine, but we don't screw with it too much. I haven't been in a tree stand since the last time I had a disagreement with one, and it was 15 feet up. I'm not going to tell the story. I'll tell it another time. I had a disagreement with the ladder on the tree stand, and
That tracks.
it ended with me needing a knee replacement and almost getting fucking bored by a little whitetail spike. Like I end up on the ground and I'm like, I'm standing up, I'm all bloody, I'm pissed. I'm like, son of a bitch. I look up and this little fork is like 30 yards from me, just staring at me. And he starts, and it out there where we were hunting at the time, they were in rut. And you don't hunt the rut here in California, at least not the zones I hunt. So it wasn't here. And we don't have whitetail here, anyways. And this little shit was like snorting at me, stomping at me. And he was trying to figure out if he wanted to fight or fuck me. And I didn't want to shoot the little guy because he's like a fork, like I don't want that.
Yeah.
And he finally meandered off, and then I could limp my ass back up to the road. I had to climb this little ravine to get my ass back up the road, like my knees all swollen and crap. And yeah, ended in a knee replacement. I have not been in a tree stand since then. I'm still bitter about it.
Her ankles roll like most randomly too. It's really funny.
I have I have hypermobility really bad. So like my ankles, my knees, like my joints, like it's like being double jointed. That's what people used to call double jointed. It's actually you're hypermobile. Your tendons flex and stretch farther than they should. So it's really easy for you to dislocate joints and get injured. So it kind of sucks.
I just trip over air. I am just naturally clumsy. She's got the hypermobility. No, I'm just fucking clumsy.
I'm clumsy
Um
too. How many times have you seen me eat shit on FaceTime? It's always me too. I'm always the one that eats shit. Never you. I've never seen you do it, but you've seen me fall and eat shit like a million fucking times. I'm
I
always falling.
I have actually mastered the art of falling. And I
I
don't think
don't.
you've seen it. CrossFit
No.
Creeper has seen it. People I've worked with at the prison have seen it. Jack, my son, has seen it. It's where it's that moment where you realize, all right, I'm gonna fall. This is it, and I can't control it. And I find a way, and I'm just like,
You just
oh,
accept
like
it. You're
basically
like,
just fall.
you just fall
Yeah,
like
yeah,
gracefully. Not me. You've
yeah,
seen me fall. There's
yes.
nothing graceful about that shit at
Yeah, no, I try to be really graceful about, and I've had people tell me
all.
that is the most graceful fall I've ever seen. And it's like, it's just I've accepted my fate, but I'm not trying to go and break my fucking face, fall on my face, bust out my teeth or something. So I've mastered the art of falling and sometimes I can't. Sometimes it just happens and it's so quick and next thing you know I'm on the ground, cussing, cussing and like but I've mastered the art of falling gracefully.
Not me. Smokey, I don't know. I've not checked into that. I very well could. I'm not sure. I'm sure there's some comorbidities with some of that. I know that there is. And then China shops, broccoli, actually, one of my favorite things to do is go to antique stores. And I walk very carefully and intentionally in antique stores. Like I'm very careful because I know how clumsy and stupid I am. So just my luck, I'd break something that costs more than I could afford to replace.
Oh, Brandon. So sweet. He said he'll catch us if we fall.
He might catch you. You do it gracefully and take 5 business days, not me. My ass is on the ground immediately. I fall and hit the ground before I even fucking realize what happened. Like it
I feel like I've jinxed myself. How much you want to fucking bet that when I come out there, I'm gonna end up falling?
is your turn. Bitch, it's been your turn for years. It's your turn. Okay. I'm always the one falling and hurting myself. It's always
You
me.
think it was your turn the other day with that. We won't go into gory details.
What did I do the other day?
Hashtag doo doo. Hashtag doo doo dress. We both had our hashtag doo doo dress moments. Look, I
Oh,
had mine. I had mine, and it was time you had yours.
oh my God. That could, you know what? Like, that was bad. Yeah, it was bad. I know we can't tell you guys what that is yet, but it's embarrassing life situations that just like happens to people. And we are not we talk about everything. Like, I'm not embarrassed about anything. I don't think anybody should be like, whatever. Our bodies all do the same thing. Why the fuck is anybody
Right.
weird about it? Um, but yeah, yeah. It's
Y'all, she's
definitely.
seen she's seen down my birth canal, y'all. Like there, and it's not in the way that you think. It's not hashtag no homo. It's not like that. And she was never there when I had my son. Not like, oh, she was never there. She was in California. She wasn't there for my son's birth. So she didn't see my birth canal like that. But I will say this. Um, there's been times where I needed assistance with some of my content that I've put out on my OF. And because I have T-Rex arms. I have little T-Rex arms and huge tits. So with that being said, there's things that were requested of me that I cannot physically do because I have T-Rex arms. And she was so kind to assist. You don't see her in anything, but she
You
assists.
see my hands and you hear my voice.
Yeah, yeah. One you definitely see
Yeah,
her hands and hear her voice. It was
yeah.
for a custom I had to do for somebody. And yeah,
We
she helped assist out.
we had a good time. That was such a funny night. Like we were laughing so hard. We had a good time making those. It was hilarious.
And y'all would die. Like if you're a fly on the wall and you watched how we practiced executing it, because this custom was a very specific custom and what they wanted. And I was like, how the fuck am I gonna do this? So
I was like, I got you.
yeah, I can't. I don't remember who it's for. So I'll say what it is because I doubt they'll ever see this and know that I'm talking about them. This custom, they wanted me to pretend that I was pegging them, and they wanted a POV view of me pegging them, and then me pegging myself. So so I was like, "How are we going to do this, Lo?" And she had a bed, a bed that she'd been meaning to move, in her living room. So it was perfect. So I had her laying on the bed on her back, and she's filming. Well, I like, and then we were practicing. We're not even filming it because we had to make sure we get it so you don't see her legs or anything like that. She's holding it, and I'm like, "Yeah, you like it when I peg you, don't you?" Like, yeah, take that.
You know, we did. We, I don't know. We're gonna have to be careful. Like one of these days when we're doing another one, because I know it'll happen. I'm gonna like whisper in your ear, Queen Bee, step by taking.
Not the kid,
It's gonna screw up the whole video. We'll have to restart because you're gonna
baby. Legend has it to this day. He's still walking Fairfax. Yes, broccoli. We were rehearsing this. We want to make sure we got it right. Oh my god, that story. Eventually, you guys will hear about that guy. Um, rest in peace, low on our internet. Yeah. Oh god, this guy. That's a whole nother story. Another bad decision I had made, and there's a whole running joke. There's a whole running joke. It's like, Wendy, he was tweaking. Hopefully she'll come back to us. It was just funny that it froze on her while she's like, ah. Okay, I think she's gonna come right back. I think she had to probably restart something. Oh, I got like fucking cat hair, like a piece of cat hair on my lip, but I can't get it. Bad decisions lead to good stories. Yeah, this was definitely a bad decision. And that's funny you say that, broccoli. We are habitual bad decision makers. Like it's true story. We make bad decisions for fun. We get bored. We get very bored, and we make bad decisions for fun. I wonder if her phone died. She should be back by now. Where's my? I think I needed my phone somewhere. Um, Man, you guys, we've been on this live for 146 minutes, so that's a little over 2 hours. I have them all around each other. You might need to be. Believe it or not, yes, it's when we are together and we incur, and then because obviously she's in California and I'm here. We When we can't be together to make bad decisions, we encourage each other to make bad decisions, and it's hilarious. At the time it's hilarious, and then afterwards we're like, what we just do? And we do the kind of walk of shame for a minute, and then we laugh about it, and remind ourselves why we did it, because we're dumb bitches. We do dumb bitch activities, and the bad decisions is what we are known for, like knowingly doing bad decisions. Here she is. Like I'm talking about how we knowingly make bad decisions, and it's always when we're together. We never just do them on our own. We can.
My phone just randomly shut off and like rebooted. Sorry about that. I had to wait for it to restart. So I apologize. Sorry about that, guys. Bad decisions. Oh yeah. We do that a lot.
Yeah, we habitually. But the most recent that we were talking about, we were like, "Queen Bee, let me see what you
Oh
can."
my God.
Queen Bee.
I never even got to see him either. That's unfortunate. Like I wish I had a
All we
face
have
to
to
the
see.
name.
He tries to stay off the internet, which is good for him because bitches like us. Um, but he does private eye stuff, so he tries not to have too much social media. But I could probably find him so I could show you a picture. I
He
think I
does
should do
private. He does private eye stuff like Buzz works for
like
SpaceX. Like
yeah, like Buzz works for SpaceX. You know, went to the Ukraine, fought with the Ukraine soldiers. Is besties with Elon Musk. Had that his daughter unalived herself, and she didn't, guys. When I said she really didn't, he lied. And
he completely lied. Like he's a friend. Buzz, very short story. Buzz is a friend of mine. I care about him dearly. Um, we got back in touch. We were friends when we were much younger, like very good friends attached at the hip. And we got in touch the last couple years, and we would talk sporadically, like regularly, sporadically, if that makes sense. Like we talk for a week or two, and then a few months would go by, and he'd always pop back up, and it was always, "Hi, how are you?" And he lives local, but we still like have not gotten together to get back in touch because I could kind of tell by some of the things he said that there was some stuff going on in his life that I did not want to be a part of or potentially bring into my life. So we've just, I just we're friends online, and I do care about him deeply. He just has a lot of issues that he's working through, hopefully getting better right now. So I mean, I don't want to. Yeah, I know, right? Like I wish he would introduce me. But he would go on these, he would be under the influence of what I do not know, could be more than one thing at a time. And he would be under the influence, and he would just tell me like the most wildest stories that are so obviously not true. And I just didn't want to call him out on it because what's the point? Like, there's no point, you know?
yeah, first he said his daughter committed suicide, and then it was his son, and then he was posting pictures on his Facebook of the Soviet Union,
No,
acting like he
he
was.
didn't post them on Facebook. He sent them to me, and
Uh,
they were AI, like AI pictures. It was so obviously AI, like it was so obviously bullshit. And I feel
him and
bad.
Comrade were all hanging out.
I kind of
Hanging
feel
out.
bad for him a little bit because now, like, I know a little bit more about why he was acting the way he was, and like I can see why he would lie because I couldn't understand. Like, he's not a dumb person. Like, he's actually pretty intelligent. So I'm like, how could he? How could he say lies like this outrageous and think that people like believe them? And it makes sense now because he was clearly under the influence of things. So I do feel that bad for him, and I am glad he's getting help and getting better. Um, and I really hope that goes well for him. But he's still the
The
best.
AI pictures, y'all, that he would send would have you deceased. He
It
had
was
told her
so
that
bad. They're so
he
bad.
he had told her that he had. I shouldn't laugh at this, but it's funny because it's him and we know it's not true. But he had told her that he like popped up one day and he's like, I have 11 days to live. Like he's like, I have a tumor behind my eye and it's deadly and it's spreading and I'm gonna die in 11 days. And we're like,
I was like, you
and
better
then
get your
and
priority list together, my guy.
And then she was like, "Oh my god, like, what are you gonna do about it?" He's all like, "I don't know. It's inoperable. Like, this is it." Next fucking day, y'all, he messages her and sends her a picture of his face just fucked up and this huge scar, whack ass scar all across his fucking forehead.
Incision, like with
He's
staples and everything.
yeah,
And
it was staples. I mean, it was crazy. And he's like, I'm gonna live. I had emergency surgery to have my tumor removed. I'm gonna live. And she's like, oh, who did it? He's like, that guy we went to school with.
I did not even recognize the person's name at all. And then what was crazy is like, was it a week or two later? He sends another selfie that's clearly like AI, but the incision has now moved several inches lower than it had been. And he has some tattoos on and around his face. So it's really easy to use like the landmarks to be like, oh, that's not the same place it was before.
And like it migrated. and then broccoli, it's funny you say that because I was joking with her. I said, I wonder if he has a date with his daughter in heaven. I was like, I wonder if he's going to be buried with her because after he had told her that she had unalived herself and that whole thing, and in my sister's defense, she believed it for a second. I was like,
Yeah.
that story doesn't track because she's like, no, I don't want to be insensitive because like, what if it's true? And I was like, it doesn't track. So the story he told. So you guys to understand, the story he told has been telling her prior to that was that his daughter is in the Marines. And
Actually, I didn't even know. No, he didn't even tell me that before. It was just literally blowing up my phone in the middle of the night. And I wait, and he's like, "Oh, please answer. I need to talk to someone." And I'm like, "Okay." So, we're friends. Like, I answer, and then he just launches into this crazy story about his daughter being in the Marines and killed herself. And I I didn't know if that was true or not. Like it could have been. And I don't know, he's got a bunch of kids. And so initially I was like, "Oh my god." And he was crying. Like he was crying hard. He was saying all the things that a person would say, that you would think a person would say in a situation like that. But then, like 10 minutes into the conversation, his demeanor completely changes. He starts flirting with me. He starts talking about, "I want to see you," and all this shit. And I'm like, "Yeah, we're done here, dude."
And
So
what's crazy is the story he told about how he found out. He said that he went up
the base,
to yeah,
to the,
he went to the base. He didn't say which base it was, but he said he went to the base and the guards at the base, like at the entrance of the base, told him. And she's telling me all this. I'm going, no, 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 no. There's no possible way. And so I told her, I said, go look on Facebook. Because here's the thing with my experience working in corrections, whenever we've had an officer die, even though they try to keep it under wraps for the privacy of the family until like, whatever, there's always one asshole who cannot keep their fucking cockwasher shut, and they will post it on Facebook, whatever, like, "Oh my god, rest in peace," so they can feel relevant. And so I was like, I find it extremely hard to believe, one, that if they found her unalived, that they didn't call him immediately and be like, "Get your ass here, it's an
yeah,
emergency." Two, I find it hard to believe that they would tell him at the fucking gate. The fucking gate. Three, I find it even more hard to believe that there wasn't a single person who knew her that kept their mouth shut and didn't post it online. So I had her go look and she couldn't find anything, nothing. She's like, I think it's real. I think it's real. And I was like, no, this whole story's not sit right with me. Like, no, we're going to keep looking. We're going to keep digging. So she showed me a picture of his daughter. And I said, you know what? Um,
we did
have
a
you done
reverse Google
have you done
search.
a Google reverse, like image reverse? And she's like, no. Sure. I said, if nothing pops up, okay, we can believe. All right, I'll admit I was wrong, and I'm being too suspicious. But if otherwise, we know he's full of shit. And sure as shit, a bunch of pictures of the girl popped up. And there's some pictures where her nameplate was taken off because in the picture he sent her, it had their last name, her last name, which is his last name,
But it had
on
her
her thing.
first initial too. And like I guess somebody pointed out that's not how the Marines even do it.
Yeah, you don't do that. The tag was on the wrong spot of her shirt, and a million images of that girl popped up in like different
Yeah.
versions of her, and different names on her shirt in the right place, like all that stuff. So that's how we knew he was lying. Caught him, but we played along with it because. But I'm sorry, but we've agreed Buzz Lightyear is good for entertainment. We when we're having a bad day, Buzz like telepathically figures it out
He
and like
always comes
pops
up with
into
some
her
bullshit.
phone and provides us with the entertainment we need. He doesn't know that we're laughing at his expense, but
He's doing it to himself. Like we're not picking on the guy. He's actually extremely good looking. Well, she may not think so. I do. He's extremely attractive. He's very tall, which I don't care about. I like short guys too. But he's very, very tall, very conventionally good looking. Like a lot of women would like him and be attracted to him. The man would not
and
have to
God
marry
blessed
her,
him down there too.
apparently. And
No, maybe
I don't,
maybe that's not his. You know what? I haven't
yeah,
even closely looked
literally,
at
like,
that pic.
who knows? Who knows,
It could be
right?
somebody else's D pic that he sent you.
Yeah. Um, I was like, okay, dude. I didn't ask for that, but okay. Um, but yeah, he does this shit to himself. Like, we don't make fun of it. I know we're gonna come off as mean because we talk a lot of shit about these guys and stuff like that. I'm telling you, this is completely unsolicited entertainment that they give us that we do not ask for, we don't fish for. And
Yeah.
it's like, okay, that's why I don't feel bad making fun of somebody who does that, especially like a long time ago back when I tried a dating app. I've done one dating app one time. The amount of unsolicited pictures that you get from people is disgusting. They go in
Oh,
they
I,
go right in the group chat, and we have seen some shit.
yep.
We've
That's
seen
another reason why I don't open my DMs, because a lot of the people who send me DMs send their dick pics, and I don't want to see it. Like, if you want me to make fun of you, go ahead. Um, if you want words of encouragement on it, you need to pay me for that. But so that's kind of, I'll make fun of you for free. But if you want me to praise you for it, you got to pay me. Other than that, I don't want to see it. I've seen plenty of dicks. I worked in a prison, y'all. I've seen more dicks than I care to see. Not by choice. Not by choice. The ways they would try to make me see their penises is fucking wild. Me and any other female officer, like inmates that were in solitary, would hold onto their trays on purpose, and so they can stack them, so that way they can ensure that when a female walked into their pod, they can stand on top of the trays and have their dick smack in the window. They would press her dick up against the window of their cell. So you have to see it when you walk in and when you do your rounds and whatnot. It's wild. And I just feel like, dude, I didn't ask to see your fucking pussy. Like, please put it away. Uh, like, it's wild. War stories in the group chat. Yeah, for real. I have some of my guys. Sorry, I'm not trying to be weird. Like,
we have so
I
many.
have cats.
I'm eating
I have
gushers.
cats.
I love these.
Bitch. I
I got
had
them last
salmon
time
and
when me and A were doing our weekly movie night. And so we ordered a bunch of snacks, and I thought of you. And I got the gushers and and I got a Hershey bar and some sweet tea. So that was my like little.
I burned the tip of my tongue, so it's really like awkward right now because I had my dinner and it was super hot and I was trying to inhale it before I got on live. I had cheesy risotto, and grilled salmon, grilled blackened salmon. That's what
This
I
is
had for dinner.
this is the first thing I've eaten today. I'm gonna eat later. I am hungry, so I'm gonna eat something later. I don't know what though. I kind of want Cali Rays. I shouldn't have said that.
Bitch.
I know. I want that damn turkey cranberry sauce. Sounds
Oh,
so bad.
I
But
love Cali
I
Rays.
don't think they're gonna be open. I don't know how late they're open. So I don't know. Maybe I'll just have to. I'm just might have to make do with some street tacos. Damn.
You were wrong for that.
I know. I know. I
I'm
wish I
excited.
could bring plate like food through TSA if I could. When I come out there, I would bring you a bunch of tacos. But you know when when you're here, we're doing that damn seafood boil.
Yes. Yes. Um, Belated birthday dinner. Seafood boil.
Yep. Yep. And we can do it before the surgery too, or after, because I have to go off my semaglutide for like a full week before surgery and at least a full week afterwards. So I'm gonna be able to eat like a normal person for
We can
2.
do it. Well, I don't want to say the night before because you have to restrict your thing, but
Yeah, I won't be able to.
maybe like the day I fly in, because
Yeah,
I'll be flying through LAX, and all the best seafood boils are gonna be fucking down there. So
yeah,
we can do that.
we could do either seafood. Girl, no, no, we're not. You know why?
Why?
Let me paint you a picture. Me, you, dressed, looking decent. I drive down to LA, pick you up, and then we go eat a seafood boil and hop on the I-5. We're not doing that. We are not. If we have a seafood boil that night, it's going to be when we get back here.
Yeah, I can't relive that one day.
I don't want to relive my experience either. Okay. I don't want to,
Because
the one that I had with Baby Jar, I don't want to relive. either of our experiences. We're not doing that.
Just in case you guys are wondering, it's not just we're both on GLP-1s, we both don't have gallbladders.
Yeah. And
So,
so if you eat anything remotely greasy,
because if
your
I
stomach is
live
gonna be
that one
real
day,
yeah, your
if
stomach is
I
gonna be real unhappy with you immediately.
listen, like the first time we had hashtag duty dress happen, as embarrassing as it is, we can laugh about. I can laugh about it now. I can laugh about it. It's hilarious. Baby Joker, Apocalypse, Montezuma's Revenge. We can laugh about that. Like your hashtag duty dress moment. We can laugh about that. If it happens the second time, I'm gonna have to blam,
Yeah,
blam,
if it
blam.
happens again, I'm gonna fucking get an itch in the roof of my mouth that only a fucking 12 gauge could scratch. I'm not doing that shit ever
I'm gonna
again.
start your shotgun, your shotgun. For real. I can't have a repeat.
No.
Because at that point, it's no longer, okay, you're just, you're a dumb bitch. You had a dumb bitch moment and did dumb bitch activities. No, this is, you knew, you knew, yeah, you deserve what happened to you. And
Yeah.
you did it again.
And some people are like, "Oh, this is so trashy or tasteless to talk about." We're not going into gory detail, but again, come on. Everybody's
Yeah.
body is the same. Like, you
Yeah,
know, I don't worry about it. And you know, it's what it is. But it makes for some pretty funny shit. Like
it
we've
does.
laughed so much about stuff that we do. If y'all get sick, I will definitely take care of you both. I appreciate that. Thank
Oh,
you. Got a taste test 9 millimeter versus 45. You know what? I'm gonna go with 45 because it's gonna taste, it's gonna be thicker. Like first
yeah,
off.
I was gonna say bigger, bigger and better. Once
It's
you go 45,
thicker.
you can't go back.
Yeah, it's thicker. It's so much thicker.
We like that girth.
Yeah, yeah. Like that girth. It's
Crazy
not the
Jersey.
stopping power I like, it's the girth. I don't mind that it's subsonic as long as it's thick.
Thicka. Oh my god. Yes, this is a very laid back live. Like
Yeah.
that's what I want to do with my lives, y'all, is because I see a lot of people going live and it's very like interview style, very formal, huge graphics and fancy backdrops and fancy equipment, all this bullshit. Listen, listen, Linda, I ain't got time for all that.
Ain't
And like I
nobody
said,
having it.
yeah, I don't got time for that. And on top of that, like, I'm not technologically savvy. So all these graphics, music, all this shit that these people are doing, like, good for them. I'm so happy for them. You won't get it from me unless someone is kind enough to do it for me for free or for some titty pics or something, whatever. But I am not like that. Like when I went on live with Paradise, Stefan was doing it all through Discord. Everything was through Discord. So you know how like I sent you the link to join my life? He didn't do that for me. It was through Discord. And he had all set up. It was like this whole fancy thing. And I know you saw on the live he had sounds and of course a little thing, all these things. Guess what, guys? Like I'm smart, but I'm not that kind of smart. So
I
I'm
don't even
not
have Discord. I don't even have a Discord. I never have.
yeah. It's just I barely get on it. Like I have it, but I barely get on it. And so so yeah, so like that is my intention. I want you guys to be comfortable, hang out. What you know of me is what you see in my content on OnlyFans, what you've seen on my content with industry people, and what you've seen on my reels. Like, this is the kind of person I am, and I like to think I'm a pretty laid back person. And unless it piss me off, as you can see, if you're my op, that's when you see the ugly side of me. But other than that, we're laid back. We're just here, chilling, vibing. My cat Lanfear is still here, hanging out. You see her? She's like right there, curled up. And we're
Oh, I
just
can't wait to see her. I'm gonna piss her off. So I'm all your cats are gonna hate love me just like Poppy did by the time I leave because I'm gonna grab them and hug them and kiss them and squeeze them so much. Just like
and the ferrets.
how I do with my with G. Just how I do with her. Like I always
Hmm.
you know how I always just like grab her and I'm like like kissing her. So that's what I'm gonna do to your cats. And it's going to be Stockholm syndrome. They're going to learn to like it.
That and my ferrets too. You gotta love on the ferrets.
Oh yeah, they're not
All two
escaping
of
that.
them.
Are you serious? They're not getting out of it. Neither is Jax, because Jack. I don't know why I call him that. That's why I secret like you remember how he secretly loved it when I would do that to him, and he'd be like, "Oh, stop!" But he like loved it. He's gonna get it too.
Yeah,
The creeper. I haven't decided how I'm going to what I'm gonna do to him yet. I haven't decided yet.
I'm excited to see how you torture the Crossville creeper because he deserves it.
Oh, he
Yeah,
does.
I know the ferrets will love it. Like, and if you guys don't know, I used to have 8 ferrets. They're all rescues. I'm down to 2. They all died, but there's all old age, and one of them was really sick too. But they were all rescues. They all lived happy lives. I only have 2 left, and one of them is blind and probably won't be around till she'll probably won't make it to the end of the year. Other one, she's fairly old, not as old as the blind one, but yeah, I know they'll love the love, and I know my cats will love getting all the extra attention, especially this one. She is a fucking attention whore, and I know all about the biscuits. Like, I don't know if you've noticed, it's healed up a lot, but there was a couple weeks there where you saw like scratches right here, or like right here on my boobs, like right here. That's from my cat Mazikeen. Not this one. This is Lanfair. For my cat Mazikeen. I am her human. She is me in cat form. And Lo, you'll see that. You'll be like, oh, so I know that Lo's seen pictures of her and be like, okay, and seen her when I like FaceTime or whatever. No, when you see her in person, you'll see I am her human. That is it. And so she loves making biscuits, and she goes hardcore making biscuits on my boobs. She's now decided that this is gonna sound weird. So like I like sleep on my stomach, and there's times she wants to make biscuits and love on me, but it's not happening because I'm asleep and I'm on my stomach. So she will get on my back, and she's discovered that part where your butt cheek starts going up, that first climbing up the hill, your butt cheek, she has discovered that is a very squishy spot, and she loves making biscuits there now. So if it's not my boobs, it's the chub right here from like my arm, like the part where my armpit meets my arm. If it's either there, my boobs, or that spot on my butt where like the lower back starts curving up, and she'll sit there and it props her up like this, and she'll and she goes hard, so hard she gets a little snot drizzle coming out of her nose, and she's purring so loud. She goes hard.
I
Oh,
wish
me too.
I wish I could have a cat. Like I miss having cats. I always had cats and dogs growing up.
Hmm.
But my one of my dogs that I have now, I have 2, Wendigo. I'm pretty sure she will eat anything. She has like a really high prey drive. She's a Czech German Shepherd, and so they're like, it's like how there's a difference between like a regular German Shepherd and a Belgian Malinois.
Hmm.
Czech Shepherd is right in between. Like they've got that high prey drive, that high energy, that smaller athletic body. They're very aggressive. They're very protective, all that kind of stuff, and that's how she is. And I want a cat so bad. I miss having a cat, but I'm sure
I
that will
love
never fly
Wendy.
with
I
her.
love Wendigo.
So I just have to make do with my tarantulas and snakes because they're safe in enclosures where she cannot get them. But she stalks them. She stalks Woodrow all the time because he's very active. So she'll be like looking at him. I'm like, no, bitch, you leave him alone.
I do like Woodrow. He is really sweet. My little minion loved Woodrow for sure. Yeah, speaking of my minion, did I tell you about the other day when we were in the car? Was it Wednesday when we were in the car? And I had sent him pictures of him and I when he was a baby doing the selfies. Did I tell you about that? The discussion we had? He called himself where he's like, Mom, he's like, Mom, I couldn't get the pictures. It says I had sexually explicit content. I was like, how? It was selfies of you and me together when you were a baby. And so I pulled my phone out and showed him what I sent him. He goes, I was weird looking as a kid. And I was like, what? No, you are not. And I will say this, there's a lot of ugly babies out there. I love babies, but they're ugly looking little potatoes. They're only cute when they start getting to that 1, 2, 3 years old age. But when they're newborn, and these are pictures I sent him that when he was a newborn, um, and like a year old. And he's like, yeah, I was really okay. I said, no, the fuck you weren't. No, you weren't. When I had you in the hospital, he had this birthmark on his nose, and it was shaped like a heart, and it was red. And I told him, I said, how I was like, dude, when you were in the NICU, I said, the nurses had talked about you and your birthmark, and people heard it, and they're like, people were talking about the baby in the NICU who has a heart on his nose, and people would come from all over the hospital. People who didn't fucking know you, didn't even fucking know me, were coming to see the baby with the heart on his nose. That was you, motherfucker. I said the no, the nurses made like name plaques for your thing. They didn't do it for the other babies. When new preemie clothes were coming in that people donate, they made sure they were looking for you first, and you got the best. They didn't. They were nice to other babies, of course, but you were the favorite. And how when I was working at that hotel when I moved back to Bakersfield with him, how I went to pick up my paycheck, and there's a women's basketball team that was there for some championships, and they saw him, and they were all over him. They actually watched him while I was going through and trying to get my paycheck. Um, that they, and I knew that he was in safe hands, and they were all over him. I was like, they took pictures with you, they were kissing you. I said, people were going crazy over you. And when I looked back at him after I said all that, he had this like little shit eating grin, but he was trying to hide it, like just like when you were like trying to give him the smuggies, and he acts like he doesn't like it, but he's like, you
He
know.
loves it. It's just like Ashlyn. Like she's like, Mom, stop. I'm too big for this. And I'm like, no, you're not. No, you're not. You're gonna get it. Like, and she secretly loves it. But they're at that age where they're just like, I'm too big. I'm too cool for this. Like, I don't want my mom hugging, kissing me. I don't want my aunt hugging, kissing me. Well, it's gonna happen. You know, they love it. And it's good for them anyways to know, like it's important. I think. Did I ever have any lizards? No, yes and no. I had some bluebellies when I was a kid that we would, wild caught that we would catch, but no, I've never long term kept one. I was this close to buying a Savannah monitor. Um, it was the baby. It was like a baby. It was like not longer than my hand, and I thankfully did not make a bad decision that day, and realized that that's a little too much for me right now. They get so big, and I don't have the I don't have the space for an enclosure the size that would be needed. So no, I haven't had any lizards, but I do love them. I love all reptiles, spiders, all that, like the unloved creatures, they're so cute. Like lots of different, I think everything is cute. There's no creature that I don't like except I don't like monkeys. I don't like
Yeah.
those. Especially baby monkeys. I don't like them. They're really creepy looking. Like I don't want anything bad to happen to them. It's not like that. They just creep me out. I don't know
I want a
why.
hyena.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind.
I want a hyena.
He had an Australian blue tongue. Those are really cool. That's awesome. I would love that.
There's another animal I really wanted. There's a lot.
You wanted
My
a sugar glider for the longest time.
I would love to have sugar gliders, but now that I have cats, that's probably not a smart idea. Especially this one and Mazikeen. Her and Mazikeen would have a field day trying to hunt
Yeah.
any sugar gliders because these two like to sit at the windows and talk shit to the birds. Like Mazikeen thinks she's tough shit and will go. She'll race outside. All my cats are indoors. I'm very strict about that. But Mazikeen likes to think she's tough shit and a hunter, and she talks shit to the birds through window, whatever. And when she runs out, she runs right back in because usually when she chooses to run out, it's when it's raining, and she just has this look like I fucked up. Come rescue me. It's so funny. Um, yeah, if I had sugar gliders, they wouldn't survive because of Mazikeen and Lanfear, which is funny because Lucifer, you think Lucifer be the one that you'd worry about because he's a huge fat ass? No, no, that's my gentle giant. He don't want to chase his food. He likes having his food served to him, whatnot. He ain't about that chasing life. So Lucifer, they'd be safe from Lucifer, not Lanfear, Mazikeen.
No, it's
No.
just like I can't have a cat because Wendigo. I know Hank would be fine. Like he's cool. He's old. He don't care. He's not gonna chase anybody. And he's so sweet. But like Wendy will eat everything. Everything and everyone. She don't care.
I want a bush baby.
What is that? What the
Just
fuck
the
is a bush
cutest fucking
baby?
creature. Hold on, let me
That could
Google.
be several different things, and none of the things I'm coming up with are good.
A bush baby. There. Oh my god, there's a second. No, I don't. Here. Shit. Hold on. Those are plushies.
You know what's
Okay.
funny? I don't know if you're not going to be able to see it because oh look, we both have the same thing on our phone right now. It's the one with the pearl. That's what I have too. Oh, those are so cute. Look at their big eyes. Okay,
I know.
I want one.
And they bounce, they jump. There's this one called Pizzaroo that I've used to follow on Instagram. And it will like jump up and you like wheel little like plastic balls at it and it will catch it and be like, and do those. Oh my God. And they bounce and
Oh,
jump really far, but they're small, like a little
like a
bigger than a
chinchilla.
chinchilla.
Like a chinchilla.
Yeah, a bouncing chinchilla.
Oh, that's so cute.
Look, God dang it, they're so fucking adorable. Like
Oh my God, they are. Those eyes, they're so cute.
a bush baby. Um, Skunks, we gotta have our skunks. All right, our pet skunks. I want a pet fox as well.
I would like a pet badger. I tried that once. Did I tell you about that?
No.
It was when I was 18 and I was living in a
Say.
very, very small town in the Midwest, briefly for a couple months. And I was driving home on a dirt road through a cornfield. Well, I was about to come up to the cornfields. This was like prairie grass
Mhm.
and a bunch of little baby badgers. As I turn a corner, they're running off the road. Like they had just come from across the road and they're running off the road. And I'm like, here's my chance. So I get out of my car and start running after them like a dumbass because growing up in the woods, growing up, I know if there's babies running, there's a mama very close. Did I think of that? No. I'm chasing these babies and all of a sudden they disappear down a hole. And before I could stop my momentum, because I'm running,
Mhm.
mama comes out of the hole. Holy shit. I've never ran so fast in my life, all the way back to my car, and she was on my fucking heels. I get in
Them
my car
babies snitched on you. They're like, Mom, there's a crazy woman trying to take us. She
and
says she's our mom.
I jumped back in my car and she started attacking my tires. And so I had to sit there and wait for her to get done because I didn't want to drive away and hurt her. So I had to wait
Yeah.
for her to get done. And I was like, did I learn my lesson? My lesson? Absolutely not. 10
I
out of
love
10 would do
possum.
again. Like I would never take a wild animal out of the wild. I would never
Right.
do that. Like I'll joke about it. The only time I would be willing to have a wild animal is if it was, and usually they're going to be in zoos or sanctuaries if they're rehabilitated but unreleasable. So I'm very much against like wild caught stuff, just so you know. But
I
no
love
problem.
possums. I used to rescue all the baby possums at the prison because their moms would climb the fences at the prison, and it was always where the gates would open and shut. And like people who, and I can say this because I used to work in the operations that ran the gates. Um, from where you can see on the cameras, you can't see when there's possums on the gate. So you know if you don't catch the babies, they get squashed in the gate. So whenever I would see them, I would stop the gator and I would put on a pair of gloves and I would rescue the babies off the moving gates. And the mom would be long gone. Mom's like, "Psh, fuck off, children. Sucks to suck," and leave them on the fucking gates. And I'd rescue them. And baby possums are so cute. And we'd
Yeah.
have all the baby skunks. Oh, I love animals. I
Yeah,
love animals.
broccoli they will. My grandma actually had raised and bred raccoons for some years when my dad was younger. So yeah, I love
I
baby animals.
I want a prairie dog too. I love prairie dogs. I think
They're
they're
cute.
so cute. Like there's one I used to follow named Chippy, and the owners would be like Chippy, and he goes woohoo! Like it's so fucking
Aw.
cute, so cute.
Well, I told you my brother got to meet and pet and like hold a pet Wolverine. And so a few years ago when he was working, you know what he does now for a living? It was
Yeah.
before that. He was working for a private like irrigation company or something. Um, anyways, it was wintertime and a guy who I don't remember now if he ran into the guy at a store or something, but it's something to do with my brother's work. And anyways, the guy had a pet Wolverine. He lived up north but he had family that lived in that Midwest area. But he's like, yeah, I can
Mhm.
only come down in the winters because that's when I can bring whatever the Wolverine's name was with him because in the summer months it's too hot. Like they cannot deal with that kind of heat. And he got to pet it and he like took pictures with it, sent me the pictures, and I was like, I
Your
tried
brother
to,
just keeps living our best life.
yeah, he's been doing that since he was born. My little brother has been living my best life since he was born, and it still pisses me off.
You need to let him know I'm pissed off and he needs to stop living my best life. I'm over it. Bye, broccoli.
I will. Hopefully, we'll be here when you get back. I'm not sure. Um,
Broccoli. I know my phone's almost dead. It's got like a little like it's not in the red yet, but it's getting close.
and I would love to have a zoo. I would love to. Like, I love all
Same.
animals. Like, even monkeys. Like, I don't like them, but I would like take care of them. You know what I mean? Like, I
Mhm.
just they creep me out. Um, but yeah, I would love to have a zoo. There's no animal that I don't like.
Chunk.
Even my snakes that were assholes and would bite me all the time. Like, that's fine. I don't mind. It's
No, we need to go steal Chunk from that zoo in Texas.
We need to steal Chunk from the zoo, and we need to, who else do we need to steal?
Like my boobs are big enough. We can probably like we can. This is how we'll do it. We'll book the encounter, the prairie dog encounter, right? And you will distract the zookeeper while I stuff Chunk in my boobs. And then like when we exit, I'll fake a heat stroke or something so we can get out of there, and we'll go and
Oh,
Chunk will be with us in my boobs.
I will be an accomplice, be a complete a party to your stealing of Chunk if you are willing to be a party to my stealing of Stoffel the honey badger.
Yeah,
I
let's
don't know
go.
how we're gonna get that little mean ass fucker out of there,
Yeah,
but
I don't know if he'll fit my boobs, but whatever we do, I'm on board.
the honey
I
badger
have
is
cat hair in my
hilarious.
eyeball. I'm sorry, I'm not trying to be weird. I have cat hair in my eyeball and I can't get it.
I hate that when I put my contacts in earlier, like it for a solid 5 minutes I couldn't leave the house. Like Ashlyn or the girls were waiting for me because like it felt like I had something in my eye. It wouldn't lay straight or something, and I kept rubbing it. It was driving me insane. I had to take it out, put it back in for it to stop, whatever the problem was.
You're just waiting for me to go to bed, huh? She's usually the other cats are probably upstairs. Dicks.
Well, shall we wrap it up for tonight? We've been on a long time.
Yeah, yeah. I think it was good. Y'all have fun for like laid back stream. Um, well, maybe like I don't think Lo will be available, but I'm gonna try to do like a Monday or Tuesday or Wednesday live. Um, I'm gonna reach out to the person I'm doing the party with and see if he wants to come on during the week or something. But yeah, I think I'm gonna let me figure it out this weekend, guys, when I'll do the next live and I'll let y'all know like a day in advance, like I did this time. Um, if you don't already, Broccoli, I know because I had messaged you personally, Broccoli, to let you know that I was going to be going tonight. Because we only talk on Discord. But on my, if you follow me on TikTok, if you follow me on IG, I have those boards. Like, I think my IG, it's called the Fox Den, and and I don't know what it's called on TikTok. Like if you go to my profile on TikTok and right above my reels, have to scroll. I have to when I go look. Um, fuck it. I always forget I have a second phone, y'all. Um, so I could show you on TikTok how to find it because that's where I had posted it. Not there. What Glory Fox. That is me. BBW Glory Fox. I am her. Okay, cool. So when you look at my TikTok profile, see where it says Glory Fox's board? If you
Mm-hmm.
click on that, y'all, um, well, it's loading. You'll see sometimes I just add a random picture. Everything I post gets shared there. But also, like, see, I posted last night that I was gonna be doing this live tonight. I let me see if I can find my other IG. Oh my, I haven't been on my personal IG in a hot minute. Not want to talk to nobody. Okay. It's Glory BBW. Perfect. So, okay. So here, if y'all can see, when you go to my profile, you'll see the Fox Den. You click on that, Fox Den, click on that. And again, any updates I have going on, you can see that's the party I'm talking about that I'm going to be at. I couldn't post it to TikTok board because TikTok. But as you can see, I announced. So, um, if we don't talk personally and you want to know when I'm going to go live, and of course too, I have posted here in my community board on YouTube that I was going to be on tonight. So, and I don't know how many people pay attention to that, but I will let you know at least 24 hours in advance when I'm going to be on next, and until we kind of figure out what works for everybody, what's a good time. We'll probably have to just go off of that, but it won't, we won't be doing that for very long, I promise. Smokey saw on TikTok. Um, but yeah, so I will try to be mindful of that because sometimes I just get in the mood, I just want to get on and I don't know, like I have something to say or whatever. But I have a lot of fun things planned, and of course, Lo will be a reoccurring guest on here because she is me 2.0.
At least
Um,
once a week, but maybe talk like depending, if I'm free that night or whatever, So we need to.
yes. So I want to thank you guys so much for being here tonight and spending a whole 189 minutes with us. Holy crap. It's been so much fun. Remember, you if you want to follow, if you want to sign up for my OnlyFans, I have the link in my bio here on TikTok. You click it. It says Hoobie. That's how I bury my links. So you just click on that and it'll take you where you want to go. So if you want to get up close and personal. So yeah, there's that. Remember, you just like, follow, subscribe, and to subscribe, it's free. But I also have memberships for sale that have little perks. And now that like I have more time now and whatnot, I'll be adding a lot more like special icons, and there'll be members only lives, like lives that people who are members, not just subscribers, I'm talking like members, the pay to be a member, they get exclusive only lives that like nobody else can see. Like this is a free live. This is for everybody. I have one member live up right now. You can watch. And if you miss a live, if you see that I post and you're like, shit, I have to work, or you got something going on, or you fall asleep, it's okay because YouTube's pretty awesome and records my lives. So you can come back later and watch the live. Okay. So you guys are so awesome. Thank you so much for your support. And is it Bertolino Vieta? Thank you. You're so sweet. But again, thank you so much. I appreciate you guys so much. And I had a blast. And Lo, I hope you did too. And Lanfear, she's been asleep. So she probably didn't. She's probably bored out of her mind.
I did.
But
I had a
again,
great time.
good, good, good. This was easy as fuck. This wasn't as hard as I thought it was gonna be. I guess I just get hung up on the details, like the whole fancy stuff that people are doing. I'm like, you know what? I just need to accept that all I need is a decent background, which I ordered a chair that is foldable. It's a director's chair. I figured that'd be perfect, and it's foldable, so I'll have a better background for you guys. Which you've seen it in my some of my TikToks, whereas my foolish mortals and all that. It's just more aesthetically pleasing than this. So but I like that it's laid back, and everyone just be chill, be comfortable, and just enjoy it, interact with me. I might not be able to see all the text all the time, but I try to catch what I can. But again, thank you so much for your support. Thank you for being here with me, and I cannot wait to see you guys again. I hope you have an amazing weekend. Don't do anything I wouldn't do. That list is not very long, so because I like to be a menace to society from my bed.
Exactly.
Or from her bed. We've been a menace in your bed too.
Or my bed, yeah. And we're gonna do it again soon, and then we're gonna do it again at your house. Yeah,
It's gonna be good times.
it
All right,
is.
guys. Good night. Love y'all. Have an amazing weekend.
Bye.
Bye.